to Charisma Saves. Hi.
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 Oh.
Is that a cat?
Oh, kitty.
Yeah.
Well,
The best way to stream.
Is it? Why do you get,
Yes.
you're getting shoved under now like Randy used to? Oh, well. It's okay.
Me?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, it's okay. I'm loud anyway, so.
Nope, it's doing it by yourself. I think it's, no, I think your audio is being shitty. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, look, Anna. Yes. There will be a cameo tonight. So, do we got anything we're doing? Any announcy poos on the way? What's going on? None whatsoever, you don't think?
The only thing I have D&D related is that I'm still working on the character concepts for Campaign 2 coming up. And that's all on Patreon, super secret. Don't leak it to anybody. Very exclusive content. Other than that, we have new emotes for your channel in general coming.
Hell yeah. Such as?
Wide Cobby?
He's so wide.
What?
Wide Cobby, Cornstradamus. and
Cornstradamus, he knows the future.
Comrade Cobby.
No.
Cornred.
Does wide mean girthy?
Wide means girth.
Say girthy cock.
Real thick. Yeah, and I was just thinking about the emotes for Campaign 2. I think what you've done in our private Discord might be what we should do for the next campaign. I'll make some space. Also, I just got my DM dice for Campaign 2 from a friend of the show, Long Dog Dice. So, can't use those until that starts, but very exciting.
They're really cool looking.
Pretty happy about it. Also got some gemstone dice coming in for the offline campaign, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I also got a present for you, Evelios. What else is happening? Oh, Hannah, you got a prop. Show prop.
Your new prop.
Show prop.
The wand?
Onlyfans.com/HannahProps. There it is. Whoa! It's the wand. It's the professor's wand, custom made. Pretty fucking cool.
Is there like a flickery light in there?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you mean. Oh, it doesn't look like
It looks like the blue
goes in and
flickers a
out.
little.
It's
yeah,
like
that's pretty
intentional. That's part of the
Yeah.
sonic screwdriver they ripped the light out of.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Super. Cool.
Custom Who Sonics on Etsy if you want one for yourself.
There you go. Because this was absolutely not a derived character when we incepted it.
Yeah, not at all.
Zero
and
inspiration.
3.5
Totally
years ago.
Totally original.
There's a show called Doctor Who, and they have a thing that's very similar to the Professor's Wand. How convenient for the purposes of this.
Yeah.
Who could have seen?
I know, right?
I don't have a prop. I'll just.
It's almost
blow
like
my
we
stem
fly
down.
around.
Yeah.
Blow your stimmy on guns.
Blow your stimmy on Gundies.
No guns.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't buy a whole suit of armor, so that's.
It's
out
kind of
the
hard to get a
question for
blood
me.
sword. So
Also, this is the first Charisma Saves episode ever filmed under someone who I would consider not incompetent. However, that's with a caveat of, but anything can happen.
What?
Under
I
the
don't even
presidency.
The
understand.
fascist is
yeah,
out.
Oh.
it's the first film
You're talking about
session.
the presidency.
Yeah. So, I wish him the best. He seems to be doing okay so far. I hope this ages well and not poorly.
That's why I'm not gonna say anything. 'cause
No, I mean,
God.
it's been under 48 hours according to my watch, and so far these things have been pretty good. But
And he hasn't fixed the whole world yet.
well, he hasn't, and that's
Disappointing.
pretty dog shit. So, but Bernie looked good in mittens. Remember that meme? When you're watching this 2 years after the fact, remember that meme about the Bernie mittens?
Christ.
There we go.
It's just gonna be Vampire Lady Milkos.
Yeah, and also the
True.
Vampire Lady Milkos usurped him today, just this like an hour ago. So
Just today. Yep.
Yep. So anyway, I think that's the end of whatever we call these announcements. Question mark? We just sort of ramble a little bit. It's mostly me.
Yeah.
It's my fault. So,
Mhm.
don't agree with that.
No.
Yeah. So, without any more delay, I suppose we'll just do the thing. What do you say? What do you say, guys? Crew, chums.
Phew, that's what I have to say.
wow.
Grody.
More body sounds.
Gotta love a body sound. So, the Keepers of Eight, the adventurers, had, in their pursuit of charging this weapon granted to them by the god of time himself, Toll, in order to stop the impending destruction of all of creation, traveled to the Abyss and the Nine Hells, respectively, in sort of a twofer mission. A combination of needing to go to the Abyss for suspicion of the god of bounty, Isolfa, and talking to the demon prince Grazit to get some information, but also needing a way into the Nine Hells, a place ravaged by the blood war between the devils of the Nine Hells and the demons of the Abyss. You are able to do so, accomplishing a variety of different goals to meet your ends there. But the important part is we got the essence of bounty and the essence of suffering from the god Zix. Zix being the entity that had been enjoying some relief through the inverse relationship of suffering between himself, all of Cosmos, and of course Icilius's soul, half of it, or I guess the whole thing, half of him, to sort of sate the pain that comes from a lack of suffering in the universe. After a rough discussion, there was a deal to be struck. If you traded Zix, I guess, control over a certain population on the material plane, he would grant you not only Icilius' soul, but the essence you needed from him. After long deliberation, you decided that goblinoids would have to take the fall. Upon understanding how painful it was for the professor to come to this, most of all, he decided to take a fraction of that pain in exchange for some of your intellect, the part of you that was racked most with the ethical dilemma and the worst trolley problem ever. You did decide to trade him a portion of your own personal suffering to go along with the goblinoids, saving the youngest generation for the future of all campaigns that we may ever play in this universe. So, you got what you needed, you left, you came back to the material plane, realized that some time had gone by, and understanding the time, there was a brief moment of realization in Avelios, the emperor of the Aarakocrans, the bird race on the material plane, as he recalled his wife, Aramil, was not dead. Wait, did I say Aramil? Armadil. That's for three of you. His husband, Aramil, if that was the case. His wife, Armadil. You two always get names very similar, by the way. Icilius, Avelios, Armadil, Aramil. What's your next character's names? That should be fun.
It's completely
I think
different.
we're good.
Yeah.
No, I know it, but I'm just saying.
It'll just be you'll be doing it to me.
Yeah,
and
Aramil
Alex next time.
so some of you can. Aramil is Randy's character, who is is he bi anyway?
Yeah, he is
Yeah.
bi.
He's bi. I don't think Avelios is though. So it's a sort of a one-way street there. It's a political marriage. Anyway,
Avelios did go on a date with a guy, so
Yeah, we've all been on dates with
He
guys.
led on a man for a discount, okay?
You all encouraged him. That was in the infancy of these. Anyway, so that's Valentinian, the peacock. So Armadillo was not scheduled to give birth, but rather is a bird. Hatchings were scheduled very near this time. So, running off towards his home, we pick up with exactly this. What are the rest of you
left
doing?
out the biggest
What's
thing.
the biggest thing?
One of the stars just went out at the end of the fucking...
I think multiple stars
Multiple
were out
stars
when we
were
got
out.
there, and one.
That wasn't the biggest
one.
thing.
Down to 4.
Yeah, you're down to 4 stars. That's right.
Well, we watched one go out.
Sorry, I marked that down sessions ago. That's my fault. So, as the stars twinkle out in the middle of the night, only 4 left in the sky, Avelios runs towards his betrothed and possible children. What are the other members doing as he just sort of runs and then starts to take flight and goes, fuck!
Do we follow him, or
Does he want us to
it
be
seems like it's
there?
probably kind
We
of
moral support. I think if we,
Just
I don't want to
go...
be there if it's a private thing.
Yeah, I mean, we could wait outside.
sure. Also, Armadillo might be less likely to murder him if there are people within earshot, so that would be good.
We should probably contact our loved ones and tell them that we're okay and not dead as well.
I can do sending to them as we sort of walk towards there.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay.
Okay, and what are you sending?
I'll send a message that, hey, letting you know we're back in Gygax to everyone's significant other.
Okay.
To Kasdan, to Jordan, to...
Okay, so
I'm why am I forgetting? To Julia, all of these people.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's it? It's just hey, we're in Gygax?
I guess we think it's been a while. We just got back to Gygax. Sorry it took so long. We're okay. We're all okay.
Tell them where we're going.
Yeah?
Going to Avelios's for child hatching.
You're sending this to Armadillo as well?
No,
Oh.
not her, because Velios is about to go there. But like,
Okay.
Kasdan, Jordan,
All right.
Julia, so they know that we're back
Kasdan,
on the
Jordan,
material
Julia.
plane.
Okay, mark off 3 of those.
Yep.
Okay. You get a variety of confused responses, and panicked voices, and a little relief amongst all of them. Okay. As you are you all like? Are you walking down the street, or are you running after him?
I think we're jogging. Like,
Okay, sort of like a mall walk.
we're mall walking.
Okay. All right. It's a decent distance as Velios sprints forward and I guess jets forward on his wings. Okay. And you got to go north for a little bit. It's a good mile or so. So you can get there pretty quickly. The rest of them are going to get there in if you're mall walking, about 12 to 15 minutes. It's about mall walk speed. You reach the sort of outskirts of your home, and you can see as you fly over top of where your home is, the sort of, nice white, it's a decent sized sort of compound. It's got that fence on the outside. It's got that, the rooftop, the back on the rooftop is sort of this semi-ovular garden area with the terrace and stuff on it. It has a couple wings on the side. You could see people at the fence. They are holding candles dozens of people. They're holding candles and sat silently on the ground outside of your fence, looking in. This is to like a more human type people. They kind of do that as like a candle vigil for like mourning or something. This is more of a celebratory aspect of your people, whereas the hope is that by the time the candle burns out, all of the eggs from a family will have hatched, and if they don't, that's sort of a marker for then you might be starting the mourning process if that fails or whatever. So as you go, the candles to you, since you're up above, you can't really tell where they've been at, but it is nighttime. People seem happy. People seem excited, and there are lights on all throughout your home, which is where this would take place. Where do you want to land as you fly over this situation?
Probably in the garden by the bedroom.
Okay, you land at the garden by the bedroom. As you land down, you can hear immediately two like extensions of blade, and you see two of the Praetorian Guard in their red armor turn towards you, and then back up, and then they open the double doors for you. Alrighty, what do you want to do? So it's basically a room, and then there's the downstairs area, and then across the stairs from your room is where you had talked about having the nursery.
Yeah, I'll run into the nursery, or I'll run into the nursery.
Okay. As you can see other guards. You can also see the house as you just run past, because your passive perception is so high, even though you're ignoring it for the most part. Well, there are guards all along this top part, making sure that nobody can do anything, and there's two more that are watching the doors on the other side. There are several members of the Aarakocra elders in here, of all castes, it seems, sort of doing what you would do if you had more of a council system back home. They seem to pick up the pieces kind of what's left, and they've joined. There seems to be, you can smell the food and stuff, but you pass all of that and you get to the door, and they notice you, and then they open the door. Inside, as you at this point are definitely like you step through, and you see the way this nursery is sort of set up is there's a very plush circular bed that's more of a nest. Things sort of fall into it more than a standard cushiony nest. It's very fabric laden. You do see Armadillo there, and you see what seem to be a couple of the older medical professionals from the community, and a couple young nurses, one of them male, one of them female, that are just sort of like they have a lot of the implements that kind of help the hatching process, where they might sometimes have some calipers or something to pull something off, very similar to the raptor scene in Jurassic Park. And right when you get through, I need you to roll me a percentile dice.
Okay. 75.
75. Okay. As you pop through, and you look over, Armadillo's eyes meet yours. There's shock and happiness and a little like, I'm gonna hit you, and
Understandable.
and in her arms is an egg that is got an open top to it. And she just sort of looks at you and,
Is everything okay?
come here.
Go over.
if you want to go over, you're gonna have to like sit on the inside. It's like pretty wide.
Yeah.
Okay, so you climb in, sort of slide down into the middle, and you look down. And inside that little it doesn't have any, like, that little opening. It doesn't really have any more like fluid in it. It's sort of slowly drained. That's part of what you know. There's a little hole in the bottom actually that drains out a little bit, so that they have it's a little easier for them to move around. They have time to dry, and then they pull away some of the stuff. They don't want to move anyone too fast. You see a sort of gray speckled white fluff ball. Its eyes sort of like a little closed, and it's just sort of like starting to not be goopy as it sort of moves around a little bit, and you can see Armadillo. There's like crumbs on her chest and stomach where she's kind of wearing this like robe, where she's trying not to, but she's sort of peeling the egg just a little bit, sort of out of nervousness and anticipation, as she, just like little eggshells kind of around. And you look down in there. She sort of nestles up next to you. He's the first.
So, first of 4.
So. Well. What are we naming our son?
Tation.
Tation. Okay. Of course, named after
The father. My father, not the father. Important wordage there.
there's a little bit of time sort of goes by, and then you hear this great and terrible sort of screech, this sort of and looking down, you see sort of a dumb sort of face, speckled gray, a little white fur in the front, a cute little lad with blue eyes, just like his mom. And he would look a little bit like this. Sans the blue eyes on the picture I found.
Oh, so cute!
Look at him.
Look at how adorable!
He has the same face that Avelios makes when he has to make a decision.
True.
So you can tell he's prepared. Little Tation. Prepared for the world. Okay. And then there's a there's a sort of noise that comes across from the other side of the room, and it's one of the nurses that goes, "Ooh!" And you look over, and there's another one of these eggs, and it's just sort of like you can see just a little bit of like a piece is sort of like moving just a little bit at the top. One of the nurses walks over and grabs a sort of like hoop that's sort of think like the wraps that go around turbans, but a little bit smaller, and then sets it down in front of you guys, and it's this weighted sort of hoop that the egg can sit in, while the newborn Aarakocra is acclimating to not being inside the egg anymore. So Taishan is now set on this sort of like stand right in front of you guys in the warmth of the bed. And the next one is brought over to you. At this point, as that's happening, the rest of you run up to the house, sort of mall walking, and you start seeing a candlelight vigil.
Is that that doesn't look good? Is that good? Is that bad?
I don't know bird culture.
Are
Birds
they-
like candles, or
Did one
are
of them
candles
die?
bad?
Holy shit! We need.
Vibe check.
What? Go ahead. You want to roll
Were we
what?
too late?
Roll an insight check.
Just a vibe check.
A vibe check.
That's a vibe check.
24.
24 and 13.
Yeah.
And what did Eleni get?
Hold on. I have to move some shit in my. Oh, good. 14.
Okay. As you look around, they don't seem sad. They don't, but they are quiet. You see, they're all sitting. They're being not terribly celebratory or anything.
I'm gonna walk up to the group, I guess, and kind of find one of the people who's there.
Oh, the other group. There's dozens of people, probably 80
Okay.
to 100.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. the
Okay,
whole
I'm gonna walk
community's
up. Okay, I'm gonna walk up to someone
Okay.
close, maybe at the edge before. I'll not be obnoxious. If I can possibly do it.
If
Hi,
I can, if I'm capable. Okay.
What's with the candles? Is everything good?
Is everything good? Okay. So you look over and you find a sort of a middle-aged Aarakocra man. He's a eagle, and he sort of looks over to you as he's holding his candle, which is about 3/4 of the way burnt down, it seems. Looks over to you. It's as gets close and sort of scooches over. It's bad luck to talk.
I'll just kind of gesture like this, and I'll kind of nod and walk back.
There's a certain point where one of the older Aarakocrans, right when that kind of happens, turns because someone's talking and then recognizes you and the others and goes, sort of stands up and goes, "Come on."
Yeah, follow where they're gesturing.
Okay, abandoning the other two?
Well,
No.
did they not
No,
see
I'm
it?
gonna
If not,
follow.
No, they weren't with you. Yeah. Okay. So you come over and they bring you to the gate. There's a couple guards. They seem to recognize you. There's a moment of like confusion, and then silently they open the gate. You can walk through, and they close it behind you. You walk up, and you can see lights in this house. Again, it's got columns in the front with these large for Aarakocra doors, about 6.5 feet tall. So regular size-ish doors, roughly a little bit smaller. They have wings on the other side, on either side. So there's a west and an east wing, if you will. And then up top, you've been up in the inside. There's that foyer as you walk in with stairs that go up and then split. As you walk in, you don't hear anyone talking. There's no candles on the inside, but they turn and look at you, and then several of them, through body language, motion upward towards the right side staircase.
Just follow
Guess
as
we'll
they're
take it.
pointing.
Okay. You walk up. There's a couple Praetorian guards that tense as you move forward and then relax. And then there's a crack at the door, Evelios, as the door sort of opens just a little bit. And one of the nurses leans into the crack. And then the door shuts, and then she walks over to you. Emperor, milady, there are some... your friends are here. Would you like me to let them in? Or keep them downstairs? Or what can I do for you?
How do you feel? Do you want to be just us, or do you want them in? How crowded is the room?
It's not that crowded. There's because you're Aarakocrans, you don't take up a lot of space. So the bed is, you probably got like 6 feet on either side of the bed, and it's sort of in the middle. There's not really seating, but there is space on the wall. It wouldn't be the only thing that makes it abnormal that friends would be there is that you're the emperor. Otherwise, sometimes these are communal family events. Like the whole family will gather around. It's kind of like they'll have like a feast and stuff like that. Because they're birds and they sort of, it's not as intimate as live birth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's more of a celebratory experience. So it's up to you.
Yeah, I can come in. I'm okay with it.
Okay. Nods. And the door opens for you guys, and you can walk in.
Walk in and just kind of try to shuffle out of everyone's way.
Yeah, you sure shuffle to the left as you see a lot more space on that side of the room. Blue carpets in here, sort of white, cloudy, wispy walls where it's sort of got this like gray-blue hue to the back of them. The ceilings are high and sort of domed, and there's lights hanging from there. Lots of towels and you see some strange medical instruments that look to be for draining eggs and tapping into them, and it's a vastly different experience from the screaming of a live humanoid birth. Although egg laying is not a terribly comfortable situation. These are footballs coming out of a 3-foot tall individual, so it's not it's not the most graceful experience either, but they are at least designed for ergonomics, you know what I'm saying? So, there's a reason one side is sort of pinched off and smaller than the other side. You gather kind of around the walls. You can sit, you can stand, you can do whatever you like. As Evelios' attention returns along with Armadil's, as she sort of mouths thank you to, I think, Professor that can speak Aarakocran. She mouths thank you to you guys and sort of nods, and you can see kind of in her eyes there's that mixture of happiness and exhaustion, because this process can last all day long, and they've probably been monitoring these eggs nonstop for the last couple of days. as you see small metal implements, these sort of like almost like bent chopsticks or those little tools that they use at the dentist office, and tweezers and stuff, as Armadillo and Avelio sort of peel away aspects of the egg. Big moment is puncturing that sort of membrane under the shell, and you do so, and you can see movement underneath, which is a good thing. And then the liquid is drained out slowly, and inside there is roll me a d20.
12.
Okay. Inside, there is a, unlike the sort of speckled, gray, bedraggled, fluffy thing you saw before, there's a beautiful, white, sort of pudgy ball of floof inside. It seems to be a girl. And instead of sort of how your beak hooks down really hard, it's a little out a little bit more, a little bit more like Armadillo's. And there's this sort of like 15 minutes that go by where there's that sort of awakening, eyes closed. It's a tedious but exciting prospect as you see this little individual sort of become sentient. And you look like this. Deep midnight blue eyes, almost look black to you. The small little beak, a fluffy little bean. And again, you are asked to bestow a little name on the little cotton swab.
Zalaria.
Zalaria.
Yeah.
One L?
Z-A-L-E. Yeah, 1 L.
Z-A-L-E-R-I-A.
Yep.
Okay. Does this have any significant meaning?
No.
Okay, just sounds cool. Sounding cool is valid. That's why people name their kids Lakin. All right. Beans 1 and 2 procured. So, the process continues. Does anyone else want to do anything while you're in here?
No, if there's a place to sit down, I'll probably sit down to the
Floor.
side. Then nope, just gonna stand.
You're bigger than everybody in here. The furniture's not for you.
Yeah.
The
just gonna
furniture
stand
downstairs
here.
will accommodate you, but this nursery wasn't intended for, borderline 6 feet tall people. So, yeah, you could sit. The floor is actually very comfortable. It's like it's kind of got the cushion of new socks on the floor. Very nice. You can tell why Avelios buys the bougie rations.
Yeah.
So, time goes by again. Another shell, bing, bing, sort of starts to crack at the top. Set the other one down next to the other one. At this point, Tatian is sort of like ready to move out of the shell as he starts to kick and break most of his. You have little pieces of shell that occasionally one of the nurses will come over and pick up, usually the guy. inside this shell as it slowly cracks open over the next 20 minutes or so. You see another gray, speckly individual within. A boy. But interestingly, the flesh on the little toesies is white. And so is the butt. The butt's a little speckled white thing. Instead of sort of the all speckled or the pure white. There seems to be sort of a mix. And there's little markings on the inside of the eyes and like on the cheeks a little bit with a gray little beak. And you see this.
Oh.
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 Here you go, chat. He's got little fuzzies on his toes. A bad little haircut. And set to name again.
I'm trying to choose between the three I have.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Elisar with 2 L's.
Okay.
Ellisar.
All right. Little Elisar. All right. I'll get moved back up with his brethren. This last egg is smaller than the rest by quite a bit. The last one to come out, it's a little speckled and it's not quite as... It kind of looks like a football that maybe has gone through a few too many carries at this point. It's a little oblong and weird. A little bit of time goes by and nothing's really happening. And then when it starts to get tense, you hear a little bit of a shuffle. And you look over and the egg is tilted just a little bit, a couple degrees maybe at most. The doctors run over. You listen to it, holding up some sort of, almost look like an ear horn to it. And excitedly, they walk over with this much smaller, it's like a Nerf football size rather than a regular one. Runs over to you and hands it down, and the doctor takes very special care to crack the first little bit and peel it open. And then quickly get the fluid drained. And as you look down in there, there's this scrappy little thing. Too small and too weak to crack the egg open. But already eyes open. Little toe claws poking out from this floof. Getting after it. And you see this little fella.
Oh, God.
One eye in a perpetual wink.
That's so cute.
It's like the grumpy cat of birds.
So, what's this scrappy little bastard gonna be called?
I'm looking at my names and I'm looking at the picture and I'm like,
Hey,
Look,
audibles are valid, okay?
it's a Tyrion Lannister situation here.
You could call him Tyrion.
no, I think
Nerf.
Nerf.
I like Greg.
Reg.
It's just all these royal names and Greg.
Sillarin.
Okay.
Ciliren. Clyde. Keith.
Okay. And they are sitting before you. And there's several tiny half eggs in their little weighted rings in a bed of comfy. You have the new additions to the Wiseau family. Tatian, Celeria, Elisar, and Celerian.
Wait.
Right?
Cilirin.
Celerin?
Yeah.
Without an I. Okay.
It's Ciliren.
E-N.
Yeah.
I-N. Celerin. Before Tommy, there was the Velios. And it means like bird, right?
Yeah, it literally is French for bird.
French for bird. I remember him being at the house when he made his last name for his character.
Yeah.
That was the first time me and Alex met.
Yep.
Really?
First time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was when he came over to make his D&D character.
Oh, well, I remember that. First time we met, I made him make McDonald's meat.
True.
So, with the floofs named, and their elementary school bullies already trying to figure out nicknames to call them as a measure of your failed parenting.
Happens.
You made it in time. Just in time. So, what would you like to do? This goes for all of you.
Congratulations, you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You have 4 very healthy little fluff balls now.
After a little bit, you're able to hold each one. Pretty much the only one you got to be any sort of delicate with. Delicate with is Celerin. He's got little fragile bones. But he already wants to climb up on stuff like your shoulders and shit,
God.
while the other ones want to chill. And again, his right eye, although it is open a little bit and you can see through it, more of a wink.
I feel like he's definitely gonna take after his dad there with the already climbing.
Scrappy. Yeah. Yeah.
Real scrappy.
So I'm just calling him Ricky
So we make him blood
Berwick.
swords in no time.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna ask if it's okay if I take like a picture of them all together with the professor's phone that she has.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I'll do so. I'll take a picture of them all together.
What are we supposed to do? Nothing? Yes? What?
Just look at the professor and smile.
Click.
Okay. Do any of you want to hold them?
Sure, I would love to actually.
Okay. You can hold all of them over time if you would like. Again, they all seem to really enjoy the warmth and just being handled in general. After a little bit, they do want to get back to that little nest thing with mom and pop. Little guy, real scrappy. Tries to immediately make a nest out of your hair, Alenia. The strands keep falling.
I'm just gonna kind of scoop my hair as he does that. I'll scoop my hair up from behind me into a pile and just do this, where he can
Snuggles down into it. After a little bit, tries to hop out of your hands towards mom and dad, and you
Hey, okay.
just let him down.
I feel like Professor and that one would get along really well.
Yeah.
Just always getting into trouble.
Oh yeah. You've already got a troublemaker.
At a certain point, the doctor comes over and hands Armadillo a bunch of these live grubs in a bowl.
Oh, it's time to leave.
She goes, well, gotta feed the babies. Starts eating.
We'll leave you guys in private to enjoy. Yeah. I'm out.
The professor's gonna stare intently
I
at
know.
this.
I was gonna say Professor's not gonna want to leave.
I'm gonna go find my significant other who we told over an hour ago that we were okay.
You're shuffled out by the medical professionals at one point. So.
That's not a process I ever want to watch. Ever.
It's nature. It's how it works.
So is sex, but I don't think you want to be in people's bedrooms every time they have sex.
I feel like that's a false equivalence, but okay. Also, I've participated in sex. I have never chewed up and spit up food for the sustenance of another being.
The fact that you've participated in sex is a miracle, I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, we've all met Caston.
That was a fluke. And honestly, it's amazing we found someone just as
Why do you assume
effervescent as to put up with you.
Why do you assume Caston's the only person I've ever been in a relationship
I'm
with?
not.
Okay.
I just think it's funny. I know you talked about there were other people, but at least a person.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna go look for Caston. So, we can meet. Do we want to meet up? When do we want to meet up to make plans for what we're doing next?
Does everybody just want to come to my house? We can
Aren't
have
all
like
of our
drinks.
partners in the Hartnell?
Oh, we need to. What's up with Egnir? We need to go find Egnir and see how he's doing too.
If he's not healed by now, I'm gonna be concerned. But everyone should be in the Hartnell. But the Hartnell is. Wait, is that in the middle of town?
It's in town. Yes, that's where we
Oh
left
well,
it.
shit. Then we'll just go back there.
Okay.
They can leave. They weren't locked in.
Well,
Sure,
yeah, but I mean, like they were
we might as
staying
well
there,
check.
so they're probably not gonna be at Sky Point.
Okay. So, you go over to the Hartnell, open the door, and I guess it is nighttime though, so maybe they are there. Let's see.
That's true. It was
Yeah.
the middle of the night.
You do see in the control room, Kasdan and Julia, speedily cleaning up whatever is left of what seems to be any mess they made while you were gone. And then you hear in the back, towards the bar, you hear music as you walk in, and then Julia runs over to Isilius and Kasdan, sort of like drops stuff in sort of a bin that they brought in, and walks over to Professor, and both of you are given hugs.
It's good to see you again.
What? So?
It was a success.
Smacks both of your cheeks and looks at you. Pulls like your eyelids. Ah.
Huh? What?
I don't think you'll see his soul through his throat.
Yeah, I wasn't missing a physical part of me.
There he is. All right, come with me. She starts taking you towards the bedrooms.
Okay.
Okay.
Goodness.
You hear just the faintest sort of sounds of music in the back.
Did you guys have fun or something? Were you...
Kasdan is making out with the professor right now as you turn to the side.
Okay, never mind. I'm gonna start walking towards the back.
Stops for a second. Goes, oh yeah, we made dinner.
Oh.
And then grabs Professor's hand and sort of walks towards the back. As you move towards the back, you see the band, the band in the bar is back. From long ago, from whence it was once destroyed. It seems to have been recovered. At this point, as you're walking towards the bar, you hear sort of a hum from the center console. Welcome back. We've made dinner for you.
Thank you. What did you guys bake?
Well, I took care of the music.
Wait, how did you know we were coming back today?
You sent us a message an hour ago.
Oh, it has been an hour. God,
As you walk through and the Hartnells sort of greeting you, you see Jordan at the sort of like food replicator, and he's made a whole pizza for everybody. And there's drinks of blue set up at the bar. Yeah. And he looks over and goes, "Oh, you're alive!"
we are! And I'm gonna run over and give him a hug.
He starts to run over to you and stops.
Running hug.
And then waits for you.
Oh, I'm gonna run hug.
And then you
jump on top of him.
He hugs. He hugs back.
I'm gonna generally to everyone in the room, I guess. Speaking of which, clearly, based on how things are, we were gone for longer than we expected. Exactly how long were we not around?
Exactly?
I mean, you know.
Almost a month.
Oh, God.
A month? It's been a month?
Almost. It's okay. Egnir's back with the queen. He ended up being okay.
Fine, he's not acting different or anything, like he's normal.
What's normal for that guy?
Very stoic warrior.
Yeah, he vowed to murder those that would try and fail to kill him. He also said he took Jagar with him.
Oh yeah.
Who also vowed that.
Okay,
so
good to know they're getting along.
That's a weird way to say that. I think Shagar's working with Kabi a little bit or something, and they'll be back, I think.
Question, the Jagar guy, did the odor that he was emanating end up leaving the rooms he was in afterward, or am I gonna have to delete those rooms?
I don't remember what you're talking about.
He had like a necrotic, rotting scent to him, and
He did?
this is my house.
What?
Jagar?
Wait, who am I? No, oh, I'm thinking of the other guy. I'm thinking of the guy who, sorry, I screwed up the names.
Which one?
Remember the guy who, helped heal Egnir, and he...
Guy who talked to his staff.
Oh!
He had
Oh,
no...
that guy.
Sorry.
No. That guy helped heal Egnir and then went with them.
Mm.
Yeah, he was a weirdo. Yeah, it was
Oh, yeah.
it was pretty weird. Anyway, I made pizza.
Saying you made it is a.
Yeah, I pressed the buttons.
I appreciate you.
You're welcome. I was kind
I'm
of...
gonna. Kind of what?
Well, I was gonna hopefully be able to go tomorrow. We could see Armadillo and see if she needs anything. Those babies are coming soon. But I guess
They're
Avelius is
here.
here.
They're here.
We just watched them hatch.
Where the hell's Avel?
That's
I
right.
want what?
They're.
I
they're
bought
feeding.
cigars.
They're feeding the babies.
Can babies smoke cigars?
No.
All right, then I'll wait. Okay. Anyway, pepperoni? Whatever that is.
I'll go take some pizza
It's
and start
meat,
eating.
right?
Well, you have your whole pizza to yourself. That's for you. He literally sat
Take
down. He
pizza.
literally sat down like 10 pizzas.
I'm just gonna go grab a couple slices of pizza and drink some.
All right.
I guess
Jadun
yellow.
grabs an entire pizza and brings it over. You guys start eating, and then you hear this sort of like as the door opens and you look, and there's a sweaty and used Icilius, and Julia walks behind the bar and pours a glass, grabs that sort of bar wand, pours water, and just starts gulping water. Pizza! You want some pizza? Puts
Yeah.
over. Alright, brings a pizza over. Let's just pours a couple glasses of whiskey and walks over and sets one down.
So
He had to help me with something.
yeah, you guys are in really high spirits today.
Well, I have one again, so that's a plus.
You do have one again.
You're gonna start cracking jokes now all the time. That's your thing.
Give him a try. Yeah.
I mean, he used to be the leader.
He was the leader.
Yeah. Yeah, he's totally capable of it. Yep.
I could maybe see it.
When you watch everyone who follows you die one by one, you kind of don't want to do it anymore.
Yet you're here doing it more.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
we overcame some things.
yeah, we did.
Jesus Christ.
Yep. Sure did.
Ooh. So, how have things been for the last month while we were gone?
Well, stars are burning out.
We noticed.
We saw that.
Kazan goes, what's left?
I had it written down. God, I had the whole
When you say
timeline.
what's left, are you referring to planes, essences?
The elemental, the ethereal, the Feywild and Shadowfell, and the material, if there's only 4. I thought there was 6, but you said 4.
Is that the order? Elemental what?
Elemental, Ethereal, Feywild, and Shadowfell, and the Material.
That's what we think is the order, at least.
Which means we need to get to the elemental planes very soon to get the thing we need, because that's the last essence.
Yeah.
And we still don't know what we're supposed to do with this cube. What are we gonna do? Throw it at Zilladek?
We've been left a lot of responsibility with no answers. So
I think they would have at least, like, with a manual, like, point at world-ending threat, push button 3.
How much time have you spent looking at its functions?
Not a ton. And by that I mean
0?
Not at all. 0. It goes in a bag, and then we kill gods or get stuff from gods.
maybe you should look into that while
Yeah, I wonder if the god of time assumed you would investigate the item he gave you.
Probably something I need to do
Yeah,
tonight.
that seems like something maybe that you should have done before doing the other stuff.
We've just been winging it this whole time, honestly.
Yeah, seems so. But you wung it back into success, it seems.
We should probably stop pushing our luck on that, though.
The 9 Hells are not a fun place. Not at all.
Glad I didn't go.
Don't need those memories anymore.
Oh, you guys know a Sulfa, by the way?
Yeah.
Slutty demon guy.
Yeah.
Demon guy.
He's actually a demon prince. Who's still a demon, just not a prince right now.
Okay.
It's really fucking weird. I know that we should probably, like, de-stress, but it's a little hard for me to not think about what work we have ahead of us right now.
That's reasonable.
Well, we have resources to stock up on supplies. We need to figure out how this cube works.
Yeah.
I have an idea for a new gun.
I gotta finish my wand, too.
Should we probably go to 10 Top, stock up for elemental plane travel?
It wouldn't hurt.
Probably. Do you
Well-
want me to summon that door so we can, like, take all the stuff from the bank and put it in the
summon
bag?
that and we'll put it in the bag of holding.
Okay. I'll cast Demi-Plane and summon that door.
Okay. Well, while you've been gone, things have happened, so, I mean...
Can you catch us up?
Yeah, I was going to, and then you cast the demiplane door things. What do you want to do with that first?
We're just taking all of the stuff out of it and then
Taking
putting
all
it
of
into
it
the bag
out?
of holding. Yeah.
It's all not going to fit in there.
Well, no, but we have multiple different, like, what do you call it?
My bedroom is wide open, don't forget, because I'm not in it.
We have multiple different bags that can hold things
You have two. One
other
of them
than the bag of
freezes
holding.
thing.
No, we have not just that, but we have the briefcase.
Do we
Briefcase
want
is
to
a
put...
portable hole. Portable hole's
Also,
like 10 by 10
it's
or
also a
something.
bomb.
Right.
I mean, you just don't press the button that says
And it-
bomb.
I'm just-
And it
afraid
doesn't
we'll
and
be-
it doesn't work the way a bag of holding works. It just folds out and there's shit in it. Bag of holding you can specifically call a certain thing. The portable hole is a literal dumpster.
Also, what if we end up going to Tin Top and they're there with the Sphere of Annihilation, and the plan is to use the briefcase to try and
Oh, I guess.
nullify it? So what if we did that and there was like 5,000 gold in it, and we just literally blow 5,000 gold?
It's up to you how you want to do it. I'm just letting you know that it doesn't functionally work the same as a bag of holding.
Alternatively, we could summon the demi-plane in Tin Top.
I'd... if we do that, I mean, we can. It's just I'm going to have to also dispel it, which is going to be a pain in the ass.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, what's the
Spell
point?
slot.
Are you gonna do that at a bank or?
If you do it now, we could take out the gold, and then later, like tomorrow, we could summon it there to try to trade in some of the things we want to
Objects.
sell, or yeah.
Okay. So it's 12,000 silver, 100
Yeah.
platinum, and I think you wrote stuff down.
And then it was 10,000 gold, but we took Burns' share out of that.
Yep.
Where's my marker? Yeah, so it'd be 6,000 gold, right?
Darwin was having little puppy nightmares.
Oh.
Well,
So
so some things that have happened. The elves came through. You probably didn't see them because you didn't walk through that part of town, but we have a garrison of 1,000 elven soldiers. And also roughly 5,000 citizens, just elves. Your halfling soldiers have been doing really well. About 50 of them at this point. Alexander and Vala managed to wrangle 12 clerics.
well, shit.
So that should help a little bit during all this. They also brought about 100 more townspeople that need shelter. There's more shops in town now, as members of Tin Top have shown up.
You said that there were 50 halfling?
Yeah, about 50 now. On top of your normal army. Did you get any other resources for that?
For
Army stuff.
uh
For a big,
We got
big
a
fight.
scroll. I don't know if
we
this
did
is
get a
something-
scroll of summon greater demon.
Oh.
Okay.
We have
Burns
that.
said he'd show up, but we're not sure if he
Who?
was in.
We met a friend, tiefling, that might be able to show up. We also have that pearl from Elysium to summon some celestials as well.
How many?
I don't remember how many it was. I don't even know if we got a number. It was just here's this and summon 8 on the final battle.
All right. Okay, and we also well, we got some people from Brown Cedar Hold that are around. Mostly just people looking for shelter. There's been people from all over coming in for shelter. While you were gone, the B team had a mission.
A mission?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Well.
Who's the B team?
Oh, we're the B team. Yeah, we're the B team. And I'm happy with that. So Jordan, Julia, Kasdan, Seiko, and Carl.
Oh, I'm so proud of him.
Oh, I would pay money to have seen this. What did you guys do?
Well, we went on the hunt for the blue crystals, of course.
Blue
Blue
crystals?
crystals?
We have to defend Gygax somehow.
Oh,
So we got some blue defense crystals.
huh.
Where did you guys find them?
We had to go up north a little bit. Some of them, a piece of the island washed up in the cracking isles. We had to kill some barbarous things and slay some monsters. It was very cool. Can't really go into all the details, but
Yeah, it sounds like it would take 3 or 4 hours to tell us everything.
I mean, up to 5 or 6 hours, maybe even. So
Yeah. Wow.
yeah, maybe we might cover that at a totally different time.
Once the time crunch is over, yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's like a one-time sort of story that we tell.
Right.
But other
Well,
than
I'm
that,
looking forward to it.
it worked out. So yeah, everyone survived, of course. Probably. At least us three. At least the three of us. At least the three of us survived. So.
Later on, we might have to correct on that. We're very sad about Carl.
Or Tico.
Look, I don't know what Carl does in between things, so maybe something happened. But yeah.
Did we get refugees from like Tin Top and all of the farm towns around Gygax and stuff?
Yeah, I mentioned Tin Top. We actually have some artisans that came from there. We also, let me delete the owls from my browser tab. We also got something I think is pretty important. We have a master crafts person.
A master crafts person.
Yeah.
And who would that be? Is it?
Borodeth Lightbuckle. A dwarven shield maiden. And a master craftswoman from Minehelm. Who happen to be heading out of Ivory Drift right before things happened. Ended up making her way over this way and wanting to help. So if you have any crafting needs, armor or weapons, we have a master craftsperson. And on top of that, because of the elves, we can get enchantments done really quick as we move towards this last little bit here. So it looks like we have everything we need.
Well, we're gonna have to replace at least Jardun's armor.
I already got that taken care of.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Oh yeah.
You got adamantine again, or?
Well, no, we couldn't get adamantine. It's no big deal.
Other than that, well, what about Sonthark?
You're not going to ask me what it looks like?
What's it look like, buddy?
Thank you for asking. I'm going to go put it on.
Would you like to put it on?
He walks out of the room.
Bring the sword, too.
Okay, that's going to take him a while.
Yeah, like 10 minutes?
Probably longer than that.
10 to 15, yeah.
Really? Wow. People in your heavy armor.
I'm so glad mine's magical now, because, God, it took so long to get ready in the morning.
Can't imagine.
Yeah, it was a lot to deal with. But I was thinking, I wonder if Sonthark has anything to barter for as far as useful magic items at the tower of his.
It might be worth asking.
Trying to get magic items from him?
we have things we can trade, and he kind of runs like a business there, not just.
Most
You
of it's
know.
information.
I thought it was usually information. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought magic
Like, you
items
give him-
and information came out.
Well, didn't he have like a huge wall of fucking...
That's his collection.
I think his son eats most of them, doesn't he?
Maybe.
His son does eat magical items for sustenance.
But there might be something in his collection he'd be willing to part with if we give him something better. Just depends.
We can certainly try.
Sounds like something someone else would say.
Other than that, we have to try to exchange all these things for value at a, like, the last big bank in the world.
Yeah, we need to figure out what these things are in the first place. I'll work on the cube stuff, but also afterward I'll try and, in the morning or something, whenever I get done with the cube, I'll try and do identify on some of these items.
Both you and Icilius have 5-day-long crafting things. If you wanna.
I know. I need to look at the cube, though.
So, keeping that in mind.
Yeah.
All of
Maybe
the,
take the...
well, all of the other stuff you have to do in preparation for the elemental planes, all the things going to that. How much time are you going to want to take?
Well, we need at least a week for the crafting stuff.
Did we want to take 5 days then?
At least, but maybe more.
Cutting it close.
Well, you can
What's
do
the-
the two things you just said and do your wands, so
Yeah, I understand.
it'd be more than 5 days either way.
What's the time dilation like in the elemental planes? Does anyone know?
Works roughly the same.
I think the whole point is that
The
traveling...
quicker it happens, the better. The more chances you have. The DC basically goes up on the roll the more time you spend. And you took like multiple rests in the abyss and the hell, so
Right.
I think
when I rolled
also
it was pretty bad.
if we travel with the cube in the Hartnell, it offsets our time dilation, right?
There is some of that, yeah.
Okay.
So the only
Yep.
problem is that we have to use the Hartnell, which is our escape method for...
Alright.
Yes.
But if I understood Egnir right, we have to go to all 4 planes plus a central nexus?
We have to get something from each plane that allows us to basically get to this central, I think.
Right.
Maybe we
So
should,
Eye of the Storm.
maybe we should talk to the Golgari about this? Do you think that they would understand the elemental planes better than us? Because I know nothing.
Perhaps I could contact Egnir to see if he wants to come talk about it.
That is why Egnir's Ocarina of the Storm, isn't it?
Yeah. You can teleport via plans too, so he could get here quickly, probably, if he's not busy.
Yeah, and
Am I?
I don't know if he knows anybody else that might be also knowledgeable, but the only other person I could think of that might know things is maybe Kraylin. So if we want to reach out to both of them to see what we can get about elemental planes, we just have them
Yeah.
meet us here.
Do
Does
we know
Kraylin
any-
have a way to get here?
Yes.
Kraylin can transport himself around like
So
he's...
who do you want? Are you having like a moot?
Yeah, like we need to gather some information
Alright, let's have a
before we
moot.
know what we're heading into.
Who do you want?
So
Egnir?
definitely Egnir, Kraylin. God, is there anybody else who might?
Do we know any other archdruids?
I mean, a Rimmerell, but
Faye.
there
Probably a target.
there is another archdruid we have not spoken to since we snubbed them after making a deal with a hag. You weren't around for that, but early on,
You guys burned a lot of
Yeah.
bridges.
we kind of just like never went back to that.
Yeah.
We
A
can.
hag ate my toe.
We ended up going back to kill the hag.
That tracks.
Was that meat that was close to meat dimension, right? Was that close
That was a
to?
while ago.
No. This was before you pretended I was pregnant and dead. Like literally right before.
We've bargained with literal gods, and I think that little scam is still my proudest moment.
That was when I met Jordan.
Yeah.
What a
Speaking of which, poof, pops open. And walking into the bar, you see a sort of a gold-plated chest plate, very Romanesque with abs in it. You see a chest thing. You see these blue sort of straps around it. There's one pauldron on the left side that's big, sort of like an eagle. On the right side, the arm is exposed, so you can see the sweet tats. There's a little bit of a gauntlet, and on the right side is gloves with a few of the fingers are cut out, and a little bit of a thing here where he holds his big ass sword. On the left side, a very similar experience without the gauntlet, just a glove, but you can still see the arms exposed. There is a set of greaves, boots that all match the front. Very, very big, like steel boots. Belt around with a bunch of his different implements that he needs. And then a long flowing blue cape and a helmet that comes down like an eagle. That seems to have wings on the side of it, like on the ears. Yeah.
Looks great, buddy.
I bet you paid
Thank you.
just as much for that for half as much armor.
No. This is off a corpse.
You had it cleaned, right? After
You-
you
Oh, yeah.
found a. Okay.
Where
Is
did
it
you-
the B team mission that Jules
Yeah.
was talking about?
Yeah.
Nice.
What corpse?
Well, that's going to have to be a story for another time. But do you like it? I mean, it's great, right?
It's a little over the top.
I tore the sleeves
But-
off.
Of course you did.
Yeah. So,
You know, sleeves are usually there on purpose.
they were in the way. Too tight, you know what I mean? Flexes a little bit.
Guns out, I get it.
He was very excited. I
can
couldn't.
see
I didn't
that.
have the heart to tell him not to.
It was the helmet, isn't it? It's 90% of the excitement.
And the abs.
Avelios isn't going to be offended by it.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is probably kind of like a compliment, huh?
Yeah, I think so. Probably.
You know, if somebody put my face on a helmet to be intimidating.
Well, he's not an eagle, but yeah.
Right, but I mean, it's his people.
Racist.
They all look the same.
Wow.
What?
Wowzers.
Wow.
Wow. Birds all look the same. Alrighty.
They definitely don't. Did you see his children?
Oh my god.
Are they weird looking?
One of
No,
them
they're
was.
all very cute. They're all very cute, and none of them
They're,
are weird.
they're cute, but in their own ways.
Okay, if we polled 100 people, and we said
No one would
how
say
many
that
of
the
these.
Emperor's child looks weird.
Okay, well let's say it's a double blind. Okay.
You got to take the Emperor card out.
So there's
Yeah.
one weirdo, but it's still cute.
Yeah.
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 Weird.
All right, that one's gonna be my favorite.
There's nothing wrong with being weird. Being weird is excellent.
Uncle-
I'm
Of
weird.
course, the
okay.
scrappy one is your Dun's favorite.
Uncle Jordan. I don't know how to corrupt bird babies, but I'm gonna figure it out.
You're gonna corrupt him already because he's ready to climb up on everything and start fighting
Well,
immediately.
didn't you meet Avelios when he was 1 year old?
Yes. So
We have
Oh my
one. We
God.
have
Fast
1
track.
year until these fuckers are killing shit.
How fast do they learn how to talk? They must in the first month
Like
learn
3 weeks.
oh my god. They're gonna have personalities?
Yeah.
That's
They mature quick.
off-putting.
they're gonna be they're gonna understand some things when the end of the world hits. So that's gonna be comforting to know.
Huh.
Yeah.
You should have waited to be born for another month.
So
With
they
a-
could just
with a
be barely sentient.
Yeah.
clang, and Jordan sits down.
Sentience isn't nearly what it's like. Everyone's like, oh, sentience, it's so great. No, it's not. It's terrible. Every moment is pain.
Shut the fuck up. Every moment is not pain, and
Well-
you know it. You're just saying stupid stuff.
Well, that's more sapience than sentience.
Hmm.
I feel like cats are pretty happy.
That's probably true. Ooh.
Both of you are very happy, and you just won't admit it, okay?
Who? Me?
You, yes, and Professor.
I can be happy and be in pain at the same time.
Those aren't
You're not in
different.
pain. Okay, you're not in...
There's a slow move as Kasdan sort of reaches some knucks over to Julia, and Julia.
You're all insufferable.
Come back up, darling. Come on. There it is. So, who else is at this meeting? Agnier, Kraylin? You guys?
What about
Does Alexander know anything about the elemental planes? I know he used to be an adventurer. Has he ever had any experience?
I have no
He might.
idea, but as a former priest, you might be aware of something?
what about that
He
druid
was-
who helped us get you back?
He was a liaison to the council.
Sure.
Yeah. We'll get Alexander then.
The druid that Sarah played once.
Yes. The
Yeah. I never got to... No, I did meet her, I think, at the very end.
Mm-hmm.
Only for a moment, but... Oh god. I don't even remember my own character's name.
Terethia.
Terethiel.
I forgot about
Sounded
that.
like urethra.
I think that was a cool character, though, if I remember.
That's Dr. Brain right there.
Okay. Agnier, Kraylin, Alexander, Terethiel. What about Zeno?
I was wondering. Could I ask him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are there any other, really magical, powerful friends that we have? Or just really smart friends?
I mean, I'm right here.
Oh. Raising our child is gonna be an adventure. So
I was thinking Ashton.
no.
Brayden.
Hmm.
Is that with a Y?
Yeah.
The only other person would be a Rimmerel, but I don't think that they could leave the Feywild. They have a lot going on there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Agnir's wife.
Yeah.
I feel like she's just always invited by extension, but yeah.
She was the one who told him how to do that. So she probably knows more.
Okay, so all three of the druids that we know, Zeno, and the dragon. And is that it?
The dragon? Call her by her name.
I was just saying. I called them
She's
all
still
druids.
It's New Mai. Very forgetful.
It's not forgetful. I was pointing out.
SMH.
Ooh. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's a.
The good
I
moot.
think that's a good list.
Solid
and
moot.
Alexander.
Yep. Okay. When do you want that to happen?
As soon as possible, so. Is
Tomorrow
tomorrow
evening.
feasible?
We could probably get tomorrow done. I can send messages.
Yeah, tomorrow then.
All right. I'll send some messages.
We'll go to Tint Up during the day, come back in the evening for that.
Okay.
Okay. Again, there's new stuff all over town. If you're looking for something, what are you looking for?
Or we could even, check that out.
Well,
I mean,
we have
just
we have to sell all these. We kind of robbed a bank in hell.
What do you need money
so, to spend it on.
for? On what?
I mean, if we wanted to use any of the services of these craftsmen, if we wanted to give it to the army to build up and invest in defenses.
Depends on what you want done.
We have, like, things that are valuable, but we can't spend. Like, an orb made out of gold. That's the size of a basketball.
The only thing I think you'd need Tint Top for at this point is Soundtrack or Diamond Exchange.
Well, where are we sitting at diamonds, actually? It wouldn't hurt for me to have another 300 gold diamond. I have a 1,000 gold diamond. Yeah, because I have 3 diamond, 100 gold diamond dust, 2 500 gold diamonds, and 1 300 gold diamond.
Well, you could
Not that
definitely
I-
find a 300 gold diamond here. At this point. After everybody moved in. The elves definitely have something like that.
Well, then we don't even have to go to Tin Top.
That's what I'm saying.
saves us.
A lot has changed.
Convenient.
Okay, so
It does worry me, though, that, I mean, the city's going to be a target anyway, but the fact that all of a sudden people are moving in
Well, that's what you
concerns
told
me.
us to do.
I know. We already
Well,
risk-rewarded this.
the point is that this is obviously going to be a target. We are consolidating everyone into one place so that we know where to fight. We're not fighting on multiple fronts.
The legendary and super fun exploits of the B team have guaranteed the protection of a large portion of the population here. So
You seem
Can't-
very proud of your B team mission.
I just wish the story could be told, you know.
You keep saying that.
Yeah, we
You-
have plenty of
wait,
time
just-
right now. You could just
tell us.
tell us.
Nah, we need to tease out the little morsels of the story, I think, in a longer form tale.
In a one day event.
Yeah, one time only.
You really, you need to sit down and really create an ambiance. And,
You're gonna tell the story in one shot, just all
Just-
at once.
That's a really good way to put it.
You only got one shot.
Mom spaghetti.
Mom spaghetti.
Why do I have a note written down that says Kasdan 3 cows, 200 bottles?
Oh, we were gonna chocolate milk. We're gonna create a
Yeah.
factory.
Okay,
I
then
gave
that has occurred. Then you have So your chocolate milk empire has begun with 3 cows.
That could have gone in any direction.
You write that note
There's
down. I won't
so many
remember that.
directions.
I won't remember that shit. But
Okay.
Wow.
How many bottles?
What?
200.
Oh my god.
Where are you getting your chocolate supply?
I think I said I was gonna try and figure out a way to genetically engineer
Yeah.
or magically engineer the cows to produce chocolate milk naturally.
You do have one spell that can accomplish this right now. Under the terrifying situation where you could lose it forever.
Using wish to make cows that make chocolate milk.
I'm
That's
just saying.
such a professor thing.
I'm just saying it would work.
If we survive the end of this and you never have to use the wish spell, that's what you should blow it on.
And I hope that's how that wish gets killed, by the way. That would be so beautiful. What would you even roll for that? It's a 33% chance.
Yeah. I mean,
That'd
I
be
have
divisible by
a D100.
Right?
Probably a D100 and 33 and below would be, or
No, it's a D12.
Okay.
1 to 4, right? That's 33%, I think.
You could do a D6 and 1 to 2.
D12 seems more
Yeah.
dramatic.
I guess.
You don't think a D12 is more dramatic? You
Not
have
really.
4 failure options and 8 successes? As it rolls around like a little D20?
it's the same percentile chance though.
Yeah, but it
Just because
Yeah.
it viscerally feels different makes no difference.
It's not really that much more dramatic.
Anyway, so I guess we'll see what happens when we get there. So I guess you have chalky milk on the horizon if you'd like it.
Honestly, I grabbed chocolate milk when we were in the past anyway, so now the Hartnell can just make chocolate milk.
That's
Yeah,
true.
like
It's not the same though, you know.
True.
You want chalky milk cows? Totally different.
Synthetic chocolate milk versus fresh.
fresh out of the chocolate cow.
Not pasteurized either. It's not good unless there's a potential
Ew.
you catch a disease.
Why
It's
are
not
you the
good
way that
unless
you
it-
are?
It's not good unless you can feel the body heat in it still, okay?
Ooh, you could make chocolate cheese.
Yeah. I've had chocolate cheese.
Chocolate
it's actually really
cottage
good.
cheese.
That sounds horrible.
This is me in real life talking. I've really had chocolate cheese in Frankenmuth, and it's actually really good.
It's a dessert, and it goes on your grilled cheese. Okay, so is there anything else you want to accomplish tonight?
Mm,
I think so.
no, just the messages to plan for tomorrow.
During the long rest, I'll work on investigating the cube.
Okay,
But other than that, no.
roll me 3 Arcana checks.
Pretty arc. Okay. Is this like something I should keep track of successes and failures on, like in a
It'll
thing?
be an aggregate thing that you have to
Okay.
succeed in a night to.
Gotcha. Where is my dice? That's a 29,
Okay.
a 20,
Okay.
and a 21.
That's close.
60? No, 70?
29, 20, and 21.
70.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, you learn a lot about the cube here. You learn that you learn it is capable of a couple different things.
Okay.
But mostly, it is capable of the 9th level spell Imprisonment.
Ooh.
Which, in the case of you weakening a creature, because of course it would be a spell save, so you would want to get long past any sort of one of those. You would want to make sure it is weakened enough to succumb to such a thing. You could use this to entomb the any creature deep within the crust of the material planet, just large enough to contain the target, where it would just sit there forever. Heavy chains hold it in place wherever it's at. Hedged prison is a target's transported to a tiny demi-plane that's warded against teleportation and plane travel. And it's trapped in a labyrinth, cage, tower, or similar structure confined to it. Minimus containment. The target shrinks to a height of 1 inch, is imprisoned in a gemstone or similar object. Slumber. The target falls asleep and can't be awoken. And normally you need a material component to this. But part of this, I assume, you would identify and stuff like that, ritually and whatever. The cube will be the component. Okay. And what will happen is you would basically use up the godly energy within it to overpower the sort of raw weave power and divine magic that this thing has consumed over the course of its life, and use that to maintain its binding, thus causing those energies to be consumed in the process, which, as has been explained a little bit, will cause a period of time where the world needs to be reseeded with the sort of divine magics that normally suffuse it. So, there's repercussions, of course, to this entire thing, but it's already devoured the shit anyway, so there's already repercussions that aren't really your fault. So, there's that. It also has the other abilities that allows it. The only thing that seems to be a problem is if this thing is massive, as you run calculations and stuff, someone's gonna have to go off inside that thing and do it from there.
Like you would have to go inside of it with the cube and activate it?
You can't Pokeball this son of a bitch. You're gonna have to be up in there if you want to be able to do that, whoever that may be. All it needs to happen is once that's charged, it's pretty much like any other magic item where you just will an intent towards it, and it'll happen. Your spellcasting modifier won't matter. The charges in itself are the DC, so set the DC.
Okay.
Do we know what the DC is?
Nope.
Is that person imprisoned as well?
No, if the intent of the spell is to imprison just the thing, it just goes off there. But you have to. I mean, technically, you could all go in. You just.
So
you're gonna have to get up in Zildag's guts in order to. I
Wow.
can
Yeah,
banish him.
preferably from the top and not the bottom, though.
Hold on. I thought the imprisonment spell, like with like the maze one, I thought if they completed the maze, or no, that's a separate spell. That's just a
maze.
maze thing in of itself. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
So for all
if you
intents
read
and
this,
purposes, this is indefinite.
yeah, during the
Okay.
casting of the spell, this is how to end it. During the casting of the spell, if you want to add imprisonment to your spellbook, you can, but it only works if this is fully charged, and
Understood.
it'll only work once. During the casting of the spell, in any of its versions, you can specify a condition that will cause the spell to end and release the target. The condition can be as specific or elaborate as you choose, but the DM must agree the condition is reasonable and has likelihood of coming to pass. The conditions can be based on the creature's name, identity, or deity, but otherwise must be based on observable actions or qualities and not based on intangibles such as level, class, or hit points. A Dispel Magic spell can end the spell only if it is cast as a 9th level spell targeting either the prison or the special component used to create it. You can use a particular special component to create only one prison at a time, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't really matter because it doesn't apply to this. And the cube itself won't be there. So it would only happen if someone found where Zilladek is and cast a 9th level Dispel Magic on specifically his
That's a
prison.
little scary.
It's only scary if you don't know how magic works, really, because there's no other way to really track it down unless your rules are shitty. Like, assuming you put it in, like, a demiplane or something, the only way to do that would be if someone knows where the demiplane is, can travel there because they need the know how to do it, and then they need to be able to cast a 9th level Dispel Magic and get everything back, you know what I mean? So it's like...
If we did the minimus containment, I could open a demiplane, throw it in there, and disappear the demiplane and forget about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's impossible for someone to find it, but it would be unlikely.
Pretty damn hard.
Yep.
It's probably our best option.
Usually the reason this is a little sketchy is because the material component that's used to cast, you have to hold it and put that somewhere separate or banish it somewhere else. But this, it just disappears.
Okay.
Anyway,
so
that's what you learn. Schlurp.
contain.
Yeah, that's assuming that killing the thing is not a viable option at some point. And it might be the case where this thing has subdued multiple planes of existence and gods.
And also, just to clarify, you said, like, we want to beat it up first to make it easier to catch, but, like, is it a wisdom save? It's a wisdom save, so, like, fighting it has no effect on wisdom saves, typically. Is that...
Fighting it has no effect on any other saves, but it says legendary act saves.
So
I understand what you're saying.
you want to burn all of its legendary resistances, which
And
is
you
usually
want to
3.
do anything you can to make wisdom saves hard, whatever way that is the thing.
Limit it, make it
I understand.
reroll.
Yeah. So whatever you have at your disposal to make that happen. You can also research other ways to do that. You can, if you know it's a wisdom save, then you know things that will negatively affect it. So any measure that you decide that you want to try to take, you can try to accomplish.
Okay, is it like morning so we can talk about this? Like,
yeah, it could be morning. Everybody can be together unless anybody wants to do anything before you convene. Because this is downtime, so we'll just expedite any little moments. If you want a little moment with somebody, you can. It's up to you. Otherwise, you can all be together at any point in the morning time. Easy enough to message Avelios and get him over.
No, I'm good.
Good. All right. Okay, so if all of you convene in the Hartnell,
meeting room.
Okay, in the meeting room, I assume Jerdun, Kasdan, and Julia are part of the meeting as well.
Yes.
Okay, and then is this the big meeting or just the meeting with you guys?
This is
Just
just a
us.
quick. I think we need to figure out what's on the itinerary for today.
Okay, and
then...
did you want Egnir to be part of this? He can come early if that's what you want to message him.
It'd
Sure.
be good. Yes.
Okay, so Egnir
I'd
is.
like to see him
Do you
and
want
hug him.
Numai a part of this?
If she wants to be here, then
Sure.
I
yeah.
didn't ask if she wants to be here. I asked if you wanted her here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, the four of you plus Egnir, Numai, Jerdun, Kasdan, and Julia are in the meeting room at basically a conference room inside the old
When Egnir shows up, I'm going to walk up to him and give him a hug.
Okay.
Even
How
though
does
I don't
Egnir
think
act
he-
to such a thing?
Are we doing these?
I'm sorry, I just felt really bad because you got hurt because of me, and I'm just happy to see that you're alive.
Okay.
Okay, I'm glad to have you back, buddy.
My husband has been fine since you robbed him of part of his brain.
Look, I brought him back from the dead, so...
Yes. And the Golgari priest made him whole again. Everything is fine. So, what is this meeting? As she sits down in her green sort of gown with emeralds about it. Her tan humanoid form, dark black hair. You can see her eyes are a little darker than usual as she's seems to be dealing with a little bit of the stresses of this. By the way, the Golgari say that they will be here for the defensive gags when needed.
Okay, good.
They are mustering their forces after my husband here, the Ocarina of the Storm, made a plea to his people and pledged to return the matriarch if he could, and if not, restore the glory of the Golgari in the future. Isn't that right, Egnir?
We
Is there anything else that you wish?
No, we will do what we must.
Yes.
Save or avenge the matriarch and myself.
Also, as far as the elements are concerned, we have some information on that whenever you are ready.
Tonight, whenever everyone is here, we'll have our big meeting for that. This is just sort of a what is the list of preparations that we should go split off and work on during the day while we're not.
I also figured out the cube if we want to discuss that.
I'm gonna assume you just relay all the information to us.
Yeah, I did want to add a little bit, though.
Go for it.
What?
So, cube in the middle of the table, and the professor's going to bring that monitor, because there's like a monitor around the room that sort of is on a swivel thing that moves around the exterior walls of the room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the cube, it casts imprisonment, so we need to imprison this thing. So if you have anything that's like a wisdom thing, that'd be great, because it's going to need to have low wisdom and stuff, and we need to get through any reason that it wouldn't be able to get caught by this spell. Also, unfortunately, I'm going to point to the monitor, and there'll be crudely drawn big monster thing with a mouth, and then a stick figure with an arrow pointing into the mouth. We need... I made this illustration, and I'm probably the one who needs to cast this, because I also have something that can make it more likely that via me casting it that they will be captured. So I'm gonna have to jump inside of its mouth and try and trap it from inside. So that's fun.
Sounds awful.
Yeah, it's not gonna be fun.
I
But
feel like if you have to go, we all go.
I don't think that's a good idea. You should be out like protecting other people.
I'm
Stuff.
protecting you because you are literally holding the fate of the world in your hands.
Okay, but here's the thing. If I die in its mouth, first of all, the worst thing that could happen to me is already happening. Already in its mouth, okay? I'm already in its digestive system, if it has such a thing. And if I die because of stomach acid, if it has stomach acid, then I'll just get back up in a couple minutes after I explode, and then I can do that with an all-new look. It'll be new universe, new me. That's not ideal. I'm gonna try not to die, but
Wouldn't you just get redigested?
Yeah.
If you got digested first, you would get redigested. Yes.
Either way, let's digestion aside.
You would just continue to die.
I think it would be best if we actually brought you in. I could keep you safe literally just by the nature of me being there.
What if we bought or created a giant antacid tablet that I can wear on my back?
Or we just go with you.
I think you're creating solutions to problems that you yourself are creating.
If you guys,
just capitalism.
Yeah.
I'm concerned about the safety of people in the city, if there are still people in the city when this is taking place. But if you guys would like to follow me into the maw of it, that's fine.
Yes.
Okay. We are the Keepers of 8, and the entire reason that we are that is because that is our job.
Technically 4. Just wanna...
This is our job. We're going in there with you, we're keeping you safe, and we're getting rid of this thing for good, okay?
I'm in.
We have armies to protect the city.
Okay.
We're the only people who could do this. So,
okay.
I think the issue will be getting close enough to do it, is the problem. There are gonna be a lot of illithid between us and Zilliduck.
I mean, we have casters. We can figure something out.
I think we just need to be prepared to be mobile, to stick together, because we've already seen how they isolate us apart from each other. They understand that. We need to stay together, get to the target, and focus on wearing it down so we can cast the spell. Like, priority number 1, don't get sidetracked. So, whatever we need to accomplish that. I'm going to trust that the defenses we've built up are going to take care of the city itself.
Okay. Should we have, like, a signal for if we are ready to, like, try and get towards the mouth and try and execute that?
Deep throat.
I mean, we could have a signal.
Taint cream?
Are we just gonna be taint cream for everything?
We could just say
it's consistent. It's easily remembered. See, you remember it though. That's my point.
Totally
How many times
original.
have we used taint cream? And it's every time we know. Okay.
Totally original idea. We just say "Keepers Assemble," and it's perfect. Totally original. No one's ever said it before.
That sounds really cheesy.
Yeah,
I
but
think
everyone's
it was
gonna
from a
clap
comic.
when it happens.
Yeah, and everything's gonna pause for a second. Yeah, it sounds great.
Anime tired breathing.
That's not breathing.
That's how anime people breathe when something's
That's
about
not-
to happen.
That's not breathing, and that's not what that
That's
is.
how they breathe. It's really weird. They have strange lungs in anime land. They're book lungs. They aspirate through their skin like poisonous frogs.
It's like the shocked sound. Not it. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't know we had a fucking weeb on the cast. Wow.
We have 2 weebs at least. Actually 3, because Alex likes Persona, okay?
True.
Alex is secretly the biggest weeb.
He actually is.
I probably have seen the most anime out of everyone on the cast. I'm not gonna lie.
Anna and I are the only fucking.
No, Anna's more of a weeb than I am.
No, I said Hannah. Chad and
Oh,
the Chad and
sorry,
Stacy
Hannah,
of the
Hannah.
group. Fucking dweebs, right? Am I right? Let's push them into
Just
lockers.
because, okay, you guys watch like fucking Power Rangers. That doesn't make you
Okay.
less of dweebs.
How dare you?
Let's not bring the Power Rangers into this, okay?
I
They've done
think you
nothing
mean-
wrong.
I think you mean Super Sentai. Thank you.
And that's
I only
from
watched the original Japanese. Anyway.
just live action.
So,
Tommy Oliver didn't die for this. What
You
the
can't
fuck?
disrespect anime and turn around and be super obsessed with Power Rangers.
Who said obsessed? I like Power Rangers. I didn't say I'm obsessed
You
with
both
it.
have metal toys.
that was
Like,
a,
that was
a
sent to
fan.
me. That was sent to me.
That was sent
And
to
you
me
were
by
both
a fan.
giddy like children when it came
Because they're
in.
dope.
Because I had this as a kid.
You have it right behind you.
They're dope.
I have this. It's like a baby. It's like one of my babies. It's a child. I have a child.
Baha says, Hannah, I've been in your home. You are obsessed.
I am not obsessed. I own the Megazord and I own a Red Ranger helmet. Those are the 2 things I own that are Power Rangers.
Hey, I have a Green Ranger helmet. We should dress up sometime.
Oh, God.
Sure.
Awesome.
She has 2 autographed pictures. Outed.
Again, those were
Yeah,
sent
that
to me.
too.
Those were sent to me. One's a Green Ranger and one's the Black Ranger, and they both have my dead name anyway, so they don't even count.
True.
Oh,
Not even real.
valid. Yep.
And Baha, you're supposed to help me be a closet
A
Power
Chad?
Rangers fan, okay? Yes, I have to be an absolute Chad, okay? That's what's expected out of me.
Wait, no. I thought it was a Stacy.
Oh, whatever.
Sure.
I just call everyone Chads.
I don't. Stacy doesn't have the same chat.
It
Yeah,
doesn't. It doesn't
yeah.
have the same energy.
It just makes me think of
Stacy
Stacy's
just-
mom.
Stacy just sounds like a bitch. So
Well, I'm a himbo, so it's fine. Anyway. So,
Oh, this poll is rigged. This is
poll.
count
there's
the
a
vote.
poll.
Count the vote.
I don't know.
Is Hannah obsessed with Power Rangers? Yes.
What?
This is bullshit.
There's a
Stop the
poll in
steal.
chat.
Stop the
I'm
steal.
literally the only person who voted no.
I'm
Yeah.
voting yes for your own good because
Sorry.
I'm contacting Rudy Giuliani. I'm contacting Sidney Powell. We're
You
gonna
better
get the
contact
Kraken.
Four
I think that's
Seasons.
smart.
You should get some Lynn Wood with you too.
Yeah,
He'd
before
probably
you
help out.
You gotta sneak that in before it gets disbarred, though.
True.
Okay, so
This is horse shit.
Icilius and the professor are working on their individual projects.
I want to talk to the
Okay.
dwarf craft woman.
Okay.
I feel like you and me are going to be handling the business side of handling our loot and well, they'll be available during the
Yeah.
day.
I got it all written down. I think you do too.
So, do we want to like exchange this for monetary value? Do we want to put some of that towards like the armies? Is there anything we need to buy? Did we want to try to get any sort of tuning forks, or are you just going to use Wish?
Well, it would mean that we'll have to definitely spend at minimum 4 days there. Minimum. Just because I'll have to long rest to do that, unless we took the Hartnell, and then I could mitigate one of those long rests by using
So-
the feature.
It sounds like we should probably take the Hartnell.
Okay.
And we should see if we could get at least 1 or 2 tuning forks with some of the money that we've gotten.
Okay. If we can find someone in the city who's capable of doing it, one of the elves, maybe?
Yeah. I feel like they'd be the most likely. I mean, that or maybe the Golgari would have something like that.
No.
No? Okay, so
They're
elves?
nature based.
Elves would be good. They're very magical. We could talk to Xeno probably.
Golgari
Yeah.
protect the material plane from the other planes, not necessarily traveling to them. Numai shows interest in being able to help with this. She has craftspeople that have helped in the past for this kind of thing. So
Does anybody
she
need
says
any?
she basically speaks up. I can facilitate as many of the tuning forks as you'd like. I will work along my contacts within the elves. I just need the material cost for them.
How much would that cost?
They're $250
I think it's
each.
250. Yeah.
Done. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh,
easy.
yeah.
1,000.
Just get one of each.
Okay. So
Uh,
delete 1,000 gold.
Take 1,000
Yep.
from the 6,000
Yep.
we have left. Yeah.
Okay, so
Need his gear replaced.
Hold on.
That happened intervening month.
I'm writing a list. Hold on. Okay. You asked if Egnir got his equipment back.
Or just replaced it with new stuff while he was with Numai.
It was scale armor, right? +1.
Green dragon scale
+1.
armor, +1. His staff and then his jade circlet were the big ones.
The jade circlet has not been replaced. The armor can be replaced. So +1 scale would be 16 plus a dex modifier maximum of 2, which would make it 18, I believe, if you have a +2 dex modifier. Or no, wait.
It's
15, 16, 17.
14.
17. 17 would be the maximum. Yep.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so 17 would be the maximum there. The staff, was it special in any way?
It was a +2 staff that also did +2d6 poison.
Oh, I see. Let me look at what she might have here.
Ideally a shield of some sort too.
She can get you.
if you have to pay to replace anything, then fine.
Let's more about what's available.
For sure need to replace the circlet, which is 1,500.
The circlet.
It's the material component for shape change.
Okay. For 1,500, you can replace the circlet. Yeah.
So
you
you
do
need
have
1,500?
to. That's pretty much the only thing
Yeah.
you have to spend money on is anytime anything has a spell material cost to it. Let's see.
Okay, so we'll replace that. We have all these fucking potions that we don't know what they do.
Okay.
I can
Roll-
work on identifying. Well, I could work on identifying
During
them.
one of the days, you could identify them, yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Why don't you just go ahead and roll me a d4, Agnir, and I'll see which one of the ones that she had available to you.
1.
1. Okay, so she had the Staff of Frost in the DMG. It's page 202. Do you have? Is that available to you? It's right at the top. If it's not, I have a picture of it, and I can send it to you right now.
Staff of Frost, I got it.
Okay. So you have resistance to cold damage while you hold the staff. It's attunement. It's sort of a long. It almost looks like a shard of ice itself with little leather wraps on the ends where you hold it, and at the top of it, it has this large gnarled ice crystal itself. It also has 10 charges. And you can use that to cast a variety of spells, including Cone of Cold, Fog Cloud, Ice Storm, or Wall of Ice. And it gains charges. So that's the one she had on hand available to you. That wasn't just like a normal +1 staff or whatever.
Take that for now.
Okay, so that's 2 attuned things, and you said a shield?
Yeah, the one he had before was just a basic shield. But
Okay.
I mean, I do have a basic shield from hell that you can have.
Okay.
it's a bit of metal.
Yeah, I assume it's made of metal.
It is made of metal.
Can druids?
Well, he doesn't like it. I'm looking to see if there's any other alternative to that. Besides just a normal wooden shield, which you can absolutely get a hold of and make it look like whatever you want, or a natural shield, however that works for you. Because you are you've invested so much time in the myconids and stuff. You could have a fungal, like a fungal shield if you'd like. Which I assume you want instead of a regular shield. So it would just be normal. So the AC +2. Say on top. Let me look at myconids real quick. It'll offer you some sort of myconid thing to it. Let me look. My 230. Okay. So if I go down here, I spent a lot of time with them. So you could have it be as an action. You could use it to cast animating spores, which is on page 232 of Myconids under Myconid Sovereign. Or hallucinating spores, or pacifying spores, or rapport spores. Any one of the Myconid Sovereigns, you just have to pick which one you want it to be charged with. And then the lichen and whatever on top of it can look however you like. And you're able to do that once a day each. Or once a day, just depending on which one you want.
Okay. And I just choose one and it's locked in?
Yep.
Okay.
So whichever one of those Myconid Sovereigns you want. And then it uses your spellcasting modifier if it takes a save or anything like that. Okay. So Numai's going to take care of the tuning forks. You already gave her the money for that. He has a circlet. You got the money for that, which means he can do the shape change stuff. He's got all his equipment. Anything else you want to do? I know that, again, Icilius and Professor are working on Inspiration of Suffering, the rifle, and Magnum Opus, respectively.
I'm gonna talk with the elves about getting some of these, just like treasure items exchanged as a form of, like if they could give us gold or something in exchange, or not even just gold, weapons, armor, anything material that we can use to help
Make
with
a
defenses.
list. Make a list of the shit that you want exchanged.
Okay.
And then we'll go over that. Zeno can probably help facilitate some of that. Valius, you said you had something in mind for crafting.
I just want to see it because I finally get to meet a dwarf.
You just want to hang out with a dwarf. Okay.
Well, no, I want to see if they can see if she can upgrade my armor in any way.
Okay, so what's your armor got right now?
It's +1.
Well, that's not.
And then it's the gem. It's yeah, but it's just been the same armor for 2.5 years.
Yep. So what do you got?
It is just the armor of adaptation +1. It has the gems that I can swap in and out, and that's it. And it's just light armor, because that's all I can wear if I want to fly.
Okay, I believe it was leather or something like that.
Yeah, it is leathers.
Okay.
I think it was studded leather.
Okay. Yeah, studded leather would be what you could
Yeah.
possibly wear.
Oh, did you write down all the potions, Hannah, that we need to identify, or do you want me to?
I have 'em.
Okay.
Okay. So write down all the potions you have in one list, so I can rattle them off to
Oh
you.
shit, I forgot about these.
Thanks, Nimnix.
These the little gold shot glasses I got. The potions. We should write those down. They're the shot glass size liquids, 3 total. They're like blood, and they have flecks of gold in them, like tiny hourglasses.
Mm-hmm.
Those seem very important.
Those are fascinating.
They're very fascinating. Plus, I got 3 black pearls, which are cool. I'm gonna keep those.
Okay. So you're dealing with exchange. There's some potions. All right. Edgar's already got his equipment. He doesn't want to accomplish anything else. Not that you have to. I just don't know.
I'll come with them and see if there's a more alluring staff, but otherwise I'm good.
Okay. And then Avelios. Okay. So, does anyone want to travel with Avelios to do any of this? Is anyone interested in the craftswoman? Getting anything? No? Okay. Up to y'all. All right. So you head down into town. It's not far. It's there's a place down by the sort of the border to the Dwarven district. And there are occasionally, just because of how fresh water works here, there are aqueducts and stuff. And there's several locations that the aqueducts dip down and it diverts some water, specifically for smithies. And they haven't really been used in a long time. When you first came here, there was the constant clang of different manufacturing and stuff. But you just follow the noise as you hear ping, ping, ping. And in fact, I think I have one of those. So that could be fun. Kitty Cat, you're in here, and I'm worried that you're going to turn off my fucking stream, bro. So, you head into town. People moving around, and there's a lot of people working actually. It's not just one smithy. You see humans and elves and no other dwarves, but you do see some Aarakocrans, specifically some of the bigger ones like the eagles, working around and using this broader smithy sort of area to kind of work on different things. And among them is a just sort of a leather shirt and a big leather apron over top of that. Big, round, stocky arms with hair on the forearms and the knuckles and the hands. Goggles over the eyes, big bulbous nose, sort of a soft features and sort of a tapered face, but with thick sideburns that come down into braids on either side, into sort of a half beard on either side. Long, sort of red-gray hair that has been braided and coiled in a large bun at the top. Looks over to you as you walk in, as other people start to notice and you hear people whispering like, "It's Avelios, it's the Emperor." As it sort of this is tung, 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 a little quench, pulls out what looks to just be like a normal short sword, probably about a human sized. Sets it down and looks, and then pops over to you without taking the goggles off. Ah, Emperor!
Hello.
Thanks for visiting the old shop here. Well, it is an honor. And she walks over to you. My name's Borodeth. Borodeth Lightbuckle. I come from, well, sort of a protectionist country in mine helm, but, well, here now. So, I hear you need a little bit of steel bending, and so I decided
That
to
would be
help
great.
out. Word's been getting around that bad things are coming and the stars keep going out, and y'all seem to be the last bastion here, so.
Yeah, that's actually what I was just coming to talk to you about.
Excellent. Well, I figured I'd use the last few bright days we have left to fill the skies with black smoke and hopefully a little bit of hope.
Well, how would you feel about possibly creating me a new armor set or upgrading the current one? It's a little tattered and it's been through a lot.
Looks over what you got, and she's like, yeah, you know, it might be time for a bit of an upgrade.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I assume you want to be able to fly.
Yes,
I assume you want a little bit more protection.
that would be great.
Is there anything else that you want to be able to do besides not get punctured with an arrow? Is there anything you're not getting out of what you want?
Speed.
Speed, you say? Alright, I might be able to think of something. Yeah, I have something in mind. Gonna need a few materials from you. What you got available to you? Just tracking down a few raw materials is pretty much what the problem is.
Well, I think I plan to go to Tin Top at some point, so if I have to pick stuff up, I can bring it back.
Nothing like that. I'm gonna need something. Mostly what they got there is like raw ore for steel, and that's not what I'm talking about. I need something that can hold an enchantment longer. If you want something to be able to make it work. I got some things around here that I think are going to be very good for you. I have some ideas already. Do you have a color in mind?
Purple and gold.
Purple and gold. I can make that happen. How do you feel about a helmet?
I wouldn't hate it.
Do you need greaves or bracers? Do you need any armor for the wings?
All of it. The whole 9 yards.
All right, I'll speak with my designer and see what we can come up with you.
Yeah. Tell me what you need, and I'll see what I can do.
I need a high-end spell-casting gem or a something precious that can be pressed into the form itself and hold a charge of something. So it could be a diamond, can be a ruby, can be pearls, can be dragon tooth. I don't know. Something that can hold on to magical essences. Something that will be incorporated into the design, of course. So
We do have that big ass diamond we got from the
1,000
Diabolus
gold
bag.
diamond.
Yeah.
you want to use 1,000 gold diamond for it? I don't need that much.
Oh.
I need it to be roughly... Well, let me look. For what I'm thinking for you...
What
yeah,
about your pearls?
something...
I do have black pearls.
How do you feel about them black pearls?
We could use those. I'm fine with that. We also have that fucking orb made of pure gold.
That is a basketball size.
A pure gold orb, huh?
That's about that big.
Well, if you want gold color, I'm going to need some gold. Although,
Does
we'll
it have-
make an alloy of it, and I'll just give you the shitty stuff. I
We
don't
have
need a
a-
basketball size of gold, though. How do you
Okay,
feel
so we
about
have a
symmetry? Do you want it
bag
symmetrical or asymmetrical? What you need? You got. I know that people speak of your bow skills and some horrifying blades you seem to have.
True.
I don't know. Anything.
Let's go asymmetrical.
Asymmetrical. All right. It'll take me a few days to fix this, but let me get your measurements. Come on over.
Okay, I'll walk over.
Spread your wings and your arms. Turn around.
Turn around.
Bend over.
Bend over.
I'm kidding. All right. You're good. All right, yeah. Well, I'll talk to Clyde. He's my designer. He'll get something pushed out, and we'll bang away. Just, those pearls will be enough. The rest is on the house. Not making you pay for something to save our lives.
Appreciate it.
All right. I think I know what I want to do. All right. You have a wonderful day, and if any of the other keepers need anything, I want you to let them know that I'm willing to help as well. It'll just take me a few days each.
I'll let them know. Thank you. I appreciate all the help.
Very much. It's an honor. Sort of pulls on her beard braids and sort of tugs them for a second. Clyde! She starts walking away.
I'll head back home.
All right.
Check in on.
All right. They can't speak yet, but they are loud. It's a hectic, weird, totally new experience. They're just damn cute. Armadillo seems to be taking to it pretty quickly. She's worked in a nursery for most of her life, so. They're happy to see you, and they start to swarm around your ankles as you walk in. They're already waddling around. Not ready to take flight yet, but sort of sit down in bed, and they sort of jump up on your chest and just sort of sit and then fall asleep sitting up a little bit.
I think it's a midday nap time.
As you start to take a nap, there's this sort of like ping, 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 ping on your beak. And Sillerin, yeah.
God damn it.
Sort of looks at you.
I'll look back.
Falls right to sleep. So, as that occurs, any of the rest of you need anything before we start going down this list and check it off? Okay.
Nope.
I wrote down the list of things for trade.
Sexy
if you want me to
sauce.
like give that to you physically.
What I am going to do is I'm going to give you a price to keep on a tally on the side.
Okay.
Because I have a list of the stuff I gave you as well. So.
Okay.
All right.
And then I tagged Hannah for the 3 things that she should probably identify out of the pile, other than the potions.
So give me just the raw material stuff, and I'll just give you the gold values, and then you can tally that up.
So we have a statue of a humanoid knight demon on fire.
250.
Okay. An orb made of pure gold the size of a basketball.
400.
A warhammer of pure gold with ruby stars set into it. Ruby gemstone.
Warhammer, you say? A warhammer is going to be 115.
Did
150. Okay.
the dwarf lady wanted gold, right?
She'll take it if you want to incorporate it. It'll just change the brilliance of the armor. She doesn't need much. She could probably,
I mean, I was just gonna
she could
buy
probably
some and
get what you want.
order.
She can get what you want done for like 50 gold. Really?
That's fine.
She'll just melt it down. All right.
I'm just amazed that a warhammer made of pure gold with ruby gemstones in it's worth only 115.
Okay.
A well-made chain shirt.
A well-made chain shirt is going to be 100 gold.
4 horseshoes on an adamantine chain with runes glowing on it.
Those are actually magical and need to be identified.
All right.
Yeah,
So
that's
that's
one of the
identify
things
number
you-
1.
Okay. Wait, are you identifying it right now?
I mean, can
She
we?
can go through.
Yeah, just go.
I
through it.
mean,
and then just mark it down. And...
What? That's like all of the physical, non-magical.
Oh, that's all
shit.
of them. Oh, okay. So
Everything else is magical in some way, it seems.
Okay. So as you identify the horseshoes, they are magical horseshoes that can be attuned to a mount that add 30 feet to its move speed.
wow.
They're basically Zephyr shoes.
Can I put them on my Chiron?
Yes.
Okay, I want those.
I'll hand those back to Alenia. What did you say they were called?
Horseshoes of the Zephyr.
Okay.
Okay.
Then we had runes. Was the next thing? It was
The runes was the horseshoes. So the
Ah.
next one is a gown of platinum cloth with black pearls woven in.
A
That
gallon
was
of
magic.
platinum cloth.
A gown.
Gown?
The dress that had the black pearls that flowed above the neckline.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh. It is magical. It doesn't seem super particularly useful to you guys as far as like fights or anything. But the platinum gown, if worn as the main attire on the outside, like not covered by armor or anything, like you basically have to be unarmored, literally unarmored, no shield or anything, no weapon in your hand. If you have all that and you're wearing this, it will fit to your form in whatever way it sees fit, and you will have advantage on all charisma-based skills. It just makes you a foxy sex woman or man, because it's not gender locked at all. So, like, it just bestows that upon whoever's rocking it. Kasdan would look amazing in it. He would crush it in that shit. And anyway, the pearl choker sort of fits around your neck at a certain point. And
What's the value for that?
the value for the dress is 800.
Okay. Then, this is a material thing that I had listed to the side. We have a half-full duffel bag full of gold and gemstones that we scooped out of the fucking wheelbarrow.
Oh, okay. You get about 300 gold worth of random gemstones that you use for a variety of reasons. And you have about an equal amount of gold and silver. So about 300 each of gold and silver. Among those silver, you find 10 platinum as well. So not too shabby. Is that 403 gold worth?
Yeah, 430 gold worth of. Okay, and then the only other stuff that we had left. So we got that. We have the diamond worth 1,000 gold. Potion of supreme healing.
what was the smoky locked
Oh.
orb?
That thing. That's the thing.
Smoky locked orb.
I'm
There
seeing
was
It
an
was-
orb. It looked like the best way you described it was like a remember all, but it had like a lock on the front of it.
Had
I
a
didn't
keyhole
know.
and a gold band.
I definitely.
Well, you didn't say that
I
word,
was
but
like,
that's exactly what was in
I
my
would
brain.
never have said remember all. Okay, so trapped in here is a shadow from the monster
Oh.
manual.
Oh,
Like, not one that like will
You
be a
have no
thrall
idea.
to you. It's just one that's trapped in there.
it's a shadow trapped in a ball.
Yeah. You don't know if you can sell that.
That's
Okay.
fair.
that goes in the weird bag of bullshit, I guess.
Yoink! I'm gonna take that.
You can have that.
You don't know
one.
how that works as far as like its obedience, but you do know that it's in
Sure.
there. Because the item itself isn't necessarily magical, but the inside is.
Sure.
Okay, so we have 4
We're on
potions.
the potions, right?
So
Okay.
there's one that looks like clouds and sky.
Okay. That is a potion of cloud form. It lets you do that druid spell on one person, like the what's that called? The one where they can travel through as a vapor.
Gaseous form?
Maybe? No. It's the one.
No.
Yeah, that's it.
No.
Right?
There's a higher level one.
I think it's a higher
The one-
level druid spell.
Used in combat. Is that the one you're thinking of?
It's the one. It's the one that Keyleth used a ton to travel around before they ended up tree stride or traveling.
I thought it was gaseous form.
It might be, but it works only on one person. I don't know what it's
No,
called.
there's a higher level one.
I think it's higher level too. She cast it on everybody, so they all flew with in gaseous form. So whatever that is, I'm sure Agnir has that book. So
He does, yeah. I'll figure out what it's called.
We had
so-
a potion with
empty.
nothing in it. It looks like there's nothing in it.
but it's wax sealed.
yeah,
Windwalk. That's what it's called.
Windwalk. Yes, that's what it is. Thank you. Let me look at the. Where was that potion? I thought it was. I knew it was funny when.
Fucking invisibility or something.
I knew it was funny when. I don't know if it was invisibility. I could be wrong. Yeah, no, it is Potion of Invisibility. Yeah, you're right. I was thinking of the other thing that was funny. Because it's right next to yeah. Yep.
Okay. Then we had a light blue potion with a jello consistency with a bird skull in it.
Okay. Okay. It is a potion of animal friendship.
How does that work?
You cast animal friendship for 1 hour at will. You can befriend aminals.
You can be a Disney princess.
Mm-hmm.
Finally.
A potion with lightning in it, like suspended lightning.
Oh, this causes you to have lightning resistance. So potion of lightning resistance works for 1 hour.
Was that? I think that was
Then
all
there was
the
the
potions.
little gold ones.
What was the invisible potion thing?
It's just a potion of invisibility, right?
Yep. Invisibility for
Okay.
1 hour. It works just like the invisibility spell. So if you attack or cast a spell or something, it ends. But it works for an hour without concentration.
Okay, and then we just had the potion of supreme healing and the blood vials.
The
What?
blood vials?
The shot glasses the Valiant's got.
Oh, the Avelios ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, why do I write set of liquid shots, blood, flecks of gold, hourglass?
Because they're blood-like, but they don't coagulate.
Yeah.
Like the fluid is like.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, these potions, extend someone's natural life by 1d6 plus 6 years.
Holy shit.
Just extend your life?
Yeah.
1d6 plus 1?
6.
So you said? 6? Oh,
1d6
fuck.
plus 6.
The oldest Aarakocra ever.
How many are there?
3.
3.
Oh shit.
It could be the oldest Aarakocra in history forever.
You get like a flat plus 12 at least.
21 to 36.
Actually,
XP.
18.
more than that.
There's 3 of them.
Which is like 2.
If you were
Yeah.
to take all 3,
If you take all 3, I mean.
So which
Actually,
one is it?
21, minimum 21, because you're gonna get
Because they've
minimum.
got to get plus 1 at
Yeah.
least. Jesus Christ.
assuming that you want to do that all on one person.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not. That's why I said I don't think he would use all of them. But,
Definitely
Yeah,
keeping
they-
those hidden.
so I think we want to hold on to, keep that somewhere in case.
Yeah, we should hold on to those. 100%.
Although, if we're ever really hard up for money, some rich fuck would pay out the nose for those.
Oh my god, 100%. They would pay
Feels-
so much.
A little fucked up when we could just, like, maybe help somebody with that. Also, anyone who would pay like crazy for that. I get necromancer vibes, okay? Like I don't trust that.
Well, I'm saying like a non-magical wealthy person. And that's purely hypothetical if we're desperate for tons of gold. Which hopefully we won't need to be.
I don't think we have to be after this at all, so.
Hopefully, yeah.
Okay, so total gold count, like value, is 2,395 gold from all this stuff. Which pretty much accounts for the majority of our spending for the tuning forks and Avelius's new, or not Avelius's new armor, is it?
An Agnir's circlet.
Agnir's
probably.
circlet, that's what it was that I took out.
I'm going to move that to me because I opened a bunch of Word docs real quick.
So,
Oops.
yeah, I think we should allocate some of this to the armies that are fighting so that if they need to like procure any kind of supplies that they might need money in exchange for.
Totally good with giving the army like a couple thousand.
Yeah. I'm still weary about this platinum. We just have 100 platinum that's like half dipped in like red paint.
It's probably fine.
It's
Did you want me to
pale
Did you want
platinum.
me to try and identify it to see if there's any magical thing or curse or anything on it?
That would probably be a good idea.
Okay, I'll do that.
Slurp. All right. Any other things going on?
Identifying the platinum.
What?
Identifying the platinum.
We're
to
seeing
see
if there's
it's, like,
anything-
cursed or something.
Oh, you can't tell. Doesn't seem to be anything on there.
Okay.
Well, if people will accept it, then I mean,
Worst
How would you
case,
guys
we could
feel-
Oh, sorry.
how would you guys feel about giving 3,000 at least to the armies for
Done.
expenditures for food, weapons?
Yeah, done.
Sure.
Okay. So, I'll just basically take that to Violetta, and I'm assuming Zeno can also work on this as well, because I'm sure they're managing supplies. Jake is just.
I'm listening to you. So you're just gonna give them 3,000.
Yeah.
Okay. Easy enough. They'll use that for all the good stuff.
So it gives us 2,895. We have 100 and. Well, no, we have 1,000. So that's 123 gold value.
Okay.
We have 3,018 gold value of just money left. Not including the platinum, which is another 1,000. So if we want to stock up on potions or something like that, like temporary items.
Potions would be good.
You're friends with a potion maker.
True.
We should visit Katie.
We should visit Katie.
How many potions do you want from Katie? And what do you want?
Elemental resistance wouldn't be a bad idea.
Resistances
yeah.
are 1,000 each. She'll give them to you at cost for 650
How long did those last?
an hour.
We'd
Okay,
need...
how many of us would need resistances?
We
already have one.
Oh.
If it's exotic, it gets even more. So, like, so acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, thunder are all normal, and then force, necrotic, psychic, and radiant are more. So those would be 1,000 each.
Okay, so what are the 4 elemental planes that we're going to? We have fire, water,
Air.
earth, air.
Fire, water, earth, air. Yeah.
I don't need a fire one.
I don't
because
need fire, maybe.
Well, the gems are not going to be incorporated into you.
Okay, so I will need.
I still
I
don't need one.
probably tough out fire.
Alright, what do you feel like you could tough out fire?
Well, you and I are just better at taking damage. I'm more worried about the two more
These
fragile.
two. Yeah, we could probably tough out most of the damage. Maybe we should get a set for Professor, at least.
Minus fire. I have the cloak that already gives me resistance to fire, and I also
you
have
don't
a
need
spell
fire.
I can use to negate all fire damage.
That's true.
Oh,
I have a fire shield which works for cold as well.
I'm sorry, we're
So-
going to cold, right? I think Professor's Cloak does cold too. You can switch.
It does.
Is it
And
the
I also-
cloak or is it the spell?
Either.
okay.
I can do Investiture and Flame, which gives me
Right.
complete. I forget the
I forget
word.
what your
Immunity from fire and resistance to cold.
I forget what your cloak was.
It's basically the fire chill spell.
Yeah.
But all the
That's
time.
right. That's right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So all you would need is we already have a lightning resist. What comes from earth? I assume like acid, poison. We get 1 acid, 1 poison, 1 thunder.
That's probably fine.
And honestly, if Katie's okay with it, maybe we could trade her the potion of animal friendship for its value in exchange.
Sure.
Hi, Katie.
That's a first level spell. So,
I know it's probably not worth much, but
no, it's not. She can trade you a regular healing potion for it, though.
that's fine.
Okay. 2d4 plus 2.
How much are graders again? 250?
That's the 44.
Yeah,
150.
150.
Then they start to get much more pricey.
Yeah.
Next one
Oh.
after that's 500. The one after that's 1,000.
The 500 is what, 10d4?
No, 64.
Is it really 64? What the hell?
44. I think 6 or 8. Yeah.
It's 8d4 for superior. Okay.
Yep, superior is
2, 4,
8.
8, 10.
And then supreme healing is 1,000, and it's 10 or 1,500 is 10d4 plus 20.
Professor, hold on to the supreme healing. I think.
Okay.
Okay, so it's 10d4 plus 20, not 10. It's the only one that has a bonus like that.
I'm gonna pick up 2 greater healing for myself.
2 greater, so
I have
300.
Yeah,
All right, so
I
40,
got money for that.
44 plus 4 there.
Are you using your own gold, or do I have?
No, I got money. I'm good.
Which
Okay.
one's 10d4 plus 20? The superior was
Supreme.
Gotcha.
Supreme. I also still had 875 left, so I'll just add that.
She also has other potions that are his potion is speed, which gives you haste for 1 minute, no concentration. It is very expensive, but like if you're looking for a big edge, that's 3,000 gold well spent.
Jesus
For
Christ.
for a concentrationless haste.
Do you still get like lethargic after? Like, do you get the
it's the haste
exhaustion?
spell,
You just don't have to concentrate on it. It just lasts the whole duration.
but it is 3k. There's something like a potion of invulnerability, which is also 3k, but it gives you resistance to everything. For 1 minute though, instead of 1 hour for the longer ones. But it's everything. So, what are we looking at? I mean, there's lots of stuff.
So right now on the list for what we were gonna buy was an acid resist, a thunder resist, and a poison resist.
Acid,
Which is
thunder, and poison.
650 each.
Yeah.
That's 1950.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah.
Yeah. 6, 12, 18, 5, 5, 5 is 15, so 1950.
So that is. So then we have 1943 left. That was exactly half of our gold. So, Professor, right? Make sure you write down that you have a potion of lightning resist, thunder, acid, and poison. Because you just hold on to the lightning one that we got.
Can we get a fire one for me? I don't have any
Yeah.
resistances anymore, so.
We'll add a fire one on.
Okay.
So another 650.
You said lightning, thunder, and what else?
Lightning,
Acid,
thunder,
poison.
acid, and poison. Okay, we have 1,293. I already have 3 regular potions and 2. I think it's the 8d4 ones. The only thing I'm concerned about getting is another Revivify Diamond.
Which is 300.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can do that.
While we're here, we
just
might sell my
Break the 1,000 or up.
So your what?
abyssal breastplate.
Oh,
So I have the half,
what were you wearing instead?
I have the half plate.
That's right. Okay. What are the properties of that?
Let me pull it up here.
92.
It gives cold resistance and advantage on effects that would cause prone.
Okay. You could probably get 1,200 for that.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay.
So that puts us at 2193.
Do we want to get more healing potions, or are we good?
How much? Okay, how much do is it greater than superior than
Yeah.
supreme?
Mm-hmm. It's
How much?
150, 500, then 1,000.
Okay. Wait, 150, 500, then 1,000. There's
Yeah.
4 tiers though.
Well, yeah,
50.
then greater. Normal is just 50.
Okay. Shit, it might not hurt to give us each like a supreme.
I know.
If that's what you want.
We'll get,
Supremes
you know what?
are
Get
1,000,
another.
though.
Yeah, well, I'll spend 1,000 and get a Velios at least a supreme.
Okay.
Okay.
So 10d4
You
plus
guys-
20.
You guys are the squishiest of us.
It's an
so
average of about 45, I think.
That's so nice. That's a fourth of my hit points.
exactly. Me and Velios are really tough, so like we're okay.
But we got 169 hit points now. That's all that matters.
By the way, if you
I
want
was
to
like-
show everyone our new hit point totals,
No, I don't.
I didn't know if you
Um,
uploaded it.
Nah, they'll be up for the next one. But yeah, some of it went bananas.
Okay. We have like 1,000 gold left to get anything that we need to get.
Mm-hmm.
Wondering if we should just like ball out on potions.
I feel
You
like
might
we
wanna
should pull
hold
out
on
on
to it
potions.
just in
Or hold on,
case.
yeah.
Like, what if we
Well,
run
you need
into
1,000
situation-
gold to build your shit.
That's true.
Build with your gun.
Yeah.
Gun and the wand.
I already paid for the wand.
Did you? Okay.
Yes.
Do you need 1,000 gold for the gun?
Okay, so 1,000 gold for your gun.
Look at that. Perfect. And I think we're pretty stocked too. I feel like this
Yeah.
is the most stocked we've been.
So I have plenty of diamonds. I'm gonna hold on to the 1,000 gold diamond just in case, because we don't know.
Okay. Professor, you have all the information on the wand you need, right?
Yes.
Alrighty. And you needed what from? You needed some of the other stuff from the gun. So as far as the smite question, you also gain once per long rest banishing smite, and once per long rest wrathful smite. They can only be cast on the gun though.
Okay.
And then I have the soul scope information and the immunity to psychic damage, natural resistance to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. You're immune to all disease. You already got your con thing, and you can use an action to shrug off 1 exhaustion per day.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so
Is there any more information that you were worried about?
No, it was just the smite question and then the non-gun stuff to make sure I got it all.
Okay. Then you're good.
Yep.
Those smites work the same as usual, just bonus actions. But you can use them, since you can use a melee attack as well. If you're up close, you can also use it on the melee portion, as long as it's the gun.
But so I could do a range smite too.
Yes. Wrathful Smite specifically says you can't, but you ignore that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the weed barrel and the shadow barrel, actually, they both say I can do things as a reaction to a hit.
Yeah, let me look
So is that like I hit a creature and then declare that effect?
Let me see what I put down here. So you got the Savage Barrel, which does 2d12 piercing.
Yep.
Acid Barrel, you do an extra elemental damage. Fire Barrel, Lightning Barrel, same thing. Weave Barrel, 1d12 force damage. As a reaction to a hit, you may teleport. Yeah, so if you hit, you may teleport to within 30 feet of the target.
Okay.
You can't get closer. Does that make sense?
Can get closer.
Wait. Yeah, you can get right on top of it. It has to be you can't get further away,
Okay.
But you have to be yeah, you just have to hit it. It doesn't matter how far away you are. Of course, you have to wait until that barrel rotates around and stuff. But Shadow Barrel as a reaction applies Hex. Yes. So as your reaction on a hit, once per day, it does. You apply Hex. It is concentration though.
Okay. And then are they considered hexed for that hit?
No, they're not. They're on the subsequent stuff, all of it. And yeah, and then if you use the Holy Barrel, good time to use the Smite. You get to add 1d4 radiant per level of the Smite, and then you can cast that up to 5th level. So, at this point, right? I don't know how many what slots you have for cleric, but whatever your maximum.
I only have up to 2nd level.
Okay, so whatever the normal level of the Smite is, if you want to add to it, either it's the base level. So probably the base or 2nd level. Does that make sense? You can use a 2nd level slot to upcharge that if you'd like, but you don't have to.
So it'd be like upcasting it by 2 levels?
It's either free, like the Wrathful Smite, I believe is a level 1 smite, correct?
I think so. It's
Yeah.
level 1 or level 2.
Yeah. It's either free or you could spend a 1st level slot to put it to level 3 or 2nd level slot to put it to level 4. Does that make sense? You would able to add slots to it if you want. Otherwise, they're just free.
Okay. I don't think either of them can be upcasted. I think it's just
no. But if you do, you get to add 1d4 radiant per level of smite on the whole.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. It's part of the barrel charge thing. And yeah, I would probably draw, I don't know, a barrel diagram on whatever you got going on, or however you want to keep track of that. Then of course you have the attachments.
Yep.
So tripod, elemental shells, automatic barrel rotation, blah blah blah. Yep. And then whatever fitted weapon you choose to have on it.
Yep.
Okay.
So there was one thing that I forgot,
Yep.
and I just realized when we did the horseshoes. I wanted to get some sort of armor and saddle made for Aurora.
Okay, let me look at my... I do have horse armor things.
Also, I'm assuming the horseshoes, do they affect her fly speed too?
Yeah, it just has 30 feet to all speed.
70 feet of movement, baby.
That's what you want.
We're about to be mounted all the time. That's why I was like, maybe
like
I should get armor.
Like a goddamn newlywed Mormon.
I was going to say like a brand new TV, but...
No. Okay, so what kind of protection are you trying to achieve for the animal here? What's its strength?
Let me look. 20, so plus 5.
Okay, so you can buy plate armor for it. It's just,
I mean, I'm gonna go with the best I can get, but
Well, how much money do you got?
we kind of just spent. I mean, I still have the 1,000 gold diamond that we could use as payment,
Okay, you can
or the
either
possibly cursed platinum. I don't know.
you can go half plate or full plate. Half plate is 750. And it won't offer anything else besides disadvantage on stealth for heavy stuff. 15 plus dex, which would, I assume, be 17 on that. Plate armor is 1500, gives you 18. Yeah.
Wait. So how much is the plate armor?
Plate armor is 1500. That's 18 AC.
God, it's tempting.
Or 7. What's the dex modifier? I'm assuming it's high.
14, so plus 2.
Okay, so half plate would bring it to 17 for half the price.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just pay.
You trading in that
I'll
diamond?
pay with the platinum, and hope that doesn't bite us in the ass.
The platinum?
Yeah.
The weird platinum?
Yeah.
How much
Are
of
they
it
not
do you
gonna take
have?
We have 100 red dipped platinum. I don't like that face.
You go up to the dwarven woman, and you offer her. What was that? 75 platinum, I believe.
Yeah.
Red tipped platinum. Okay. And she looks down at the platinum. Why'd you do that?
I didn't do it. I actually don't know why it's painted.
Well, it looks a bit ominous.
If you don't feel comfortable taking it, I could, well, I have a diamond if you could make change for that.
What does Alenia prefer?
I don't want to push it on her if she's not comfortable taking it, so I will give her the diamond.
Okay. She'll give you 250 gold back. Looks down at it and goes, all right, I can have this done in a few days, too.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you. Very excited. Takes measurements of
Aurora.
Aurora.
Yeah, I'll summon her and have her. She's just chilling with me all day.
Stand up. Spin. Bend over. Just kidding. All right, for 750, her AC will be 17. She does have disadvantage on stealth.
Okay.
So she has half plate. That can look however you'd like it to look.
All right. We have an armored horse.
That moves real fast.
She's not a horse, but
She's a Chiron. So,
just closer to a deer.
your deer. So, you got 5 more days to kill as Professor and Icilius work on their thingies. Numai comes back, and she has color-coded tuning forks. A red, a white, a blue, and a brown. She hands them over to you guys. And then Primordial on each of them is the name of the plane.
Real quick, one of these days I have one extra free day I'm going to use to try and learn my last bit of Dwarven.
Okay, go ahead and roll the intelligence check.
That is a 21.
There you go.
Hey, I know Dwarvish.
I
Anytime
never
you
even got to get very far in Sylvan.
Anytime you speak in Dwarvish, you gotta talk like a leprechaun. No matter how bad it is.
We know it's bad. We know my skill or lack thereof with voices.
No matter how bad it is. It's about the effort, not about the execution.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Ireland doesn't exist. Who knows what the fuck it sounds like here?
True.
Think I'm doing a good Irish accent? It's like fucking barely passable. Hoida, potato.
We've lost like 5 Irish followers.
Aren't dwarves usually like Scottish?
I can't
Irish?
tell the difference. I'm an American.
the
Scottish. I feel like you got to do something like right? I don't know. And that's like literally a caricature of an entire people. I'm not like I'm a shitty person for this. So it's fine. I'm just not very skilled.
We were just gaining traction in the UK too.
No, Critical Role came on and we lost 28 viewers.
True.
That's what we get for Thursdays. No more inaugurations this year, though, I don't think so.
I hope not.
Yeah, I don't think we'll have
The year
another.
just started. Don't say that yet, please.
This is only the first inauguration of 2021. So, bro, just talk like Count Dankula. Something racist.
It was just a joke.
I can't understand that dude when he talks, to be totally honest.
Can anyone?
Shillelagh.
I can only think of whenever they're like, canny.
Canny?
I can't.
I can't hear ya over my shepherd's pie. Anyway. So. It's alright, we're all going to do accents in the next one. It's going to be great.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
Well, voices. Accents is a really strong word for whatever noises are going to come out of our faces.
True.
Don't call them accents, because we are going to alienate everybody.
That's fine. That's what we're for.
Fuck them.
I think we've handled all of our housekeeping outside of our
Housekeeping?
thing tonight to talk about the elemental planes.
Okay. Alright, so if you want to do the elemental plane talk, Kraylin walks in, little Furbolg druid man. Oh, hello there.
Kraylin! I want to give him a hug.
Oh, there's a big... Oh, thanks so much for inviting me up here, you know. Really looking forward to seeing all that you do up here and trying to help out to do the best I can. Alexander walks in and gives you a big hug. Oh, we'll see what we can do. I'll do some clerics for you. Terethiel comes in. I don't even remember what the fuck she sounds like.
She just had a very airy,
You sound
like,
normal.
oh god.
Very airy. Airy means you have to breathe out more.
I don't even remember what I did for her
She's
voice.
very airy. I think it was before stream, so it doesn't matter.
It was. Yeah.
It's
It
irrelevant.
was before stream.
There's no canon to make right. She'll talk like this then.
It wasn't British, but I guess
I have
it's
no
British
idea what she talked
now.
like. Can't remember. And then there was Zeno, who's very stoic and just walks in. Hopefully we can help you in whatever means you need. Sits down. Numai is there. Jordan is there. Kazdan is there. Julia is there. Agnir, Professor, Elenia, Evelios, Isilius. Scene. Conference room. Chairs. Donuts. Screens. Jordan made pizza for everybody.
Screens?
15 pizzas.
Oh, screens.
I'm kidding. He didn't. So, what would you like to discuss?
Jordan's just Lilu in the Fifth Element. He just used the food replicator. Okay, so we've gotten everybody together here. Everyone that we could think of that might know anything about the elemental planes, travel to them, what we might expect, and basically we need to get through all four, gain a source of power to allow us to get to the, I don't remember what it was called.
The
Professor? The eye?
Oh, are you asking?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, as you know, I watch over some planar portals to the Feywild and the Shadowfell, and from time to time I've had to deal with a little bit of the old, the old planes, of course. So, in between, in the current model of the universe that exists, suffusing around the Shadowfell and the Feywild and the material plane, past the elemental chaos. Those are the elemental planes. That's part of the elemental chaos is sort of the furthest extent to the elemental planes, the ones that are real close. Pure elements dissolve and bleed together in sort of an unending tumult of clashing energies and colliding substances. So, there's lots of elementals, I'd say. Strange hybrids. You could see something made out of ice and fire at the same time. But since you got that'll be more of a problem when you get down to the old eye there, where the eye is kind of at the center of all that before you get to the material plane. No one likes to really go there, as it's guarded by terrible primordial soup sort of entities. The prime sort of elements that you see throughout all the planes, really. So the plane of air, and at this point, Terethiel takes over because she's airy. Yes,
She's an Eladrin, but I mean,
and also a druid.
she wasn't posh.
The plane of air. The essential nature of air is movement, animation, and inspiration. Air is the breath of life, the winds of change, and the fresh breeze that clears the fog of ignorance and the stuffiness of old ideas. It is actually the place where the Aarakocrans once called home. The plane of air is an open expanse with constant winds of varying strength. Here and there, chunks of earth drift in the openness, the remnants of failed invasions by denizens of the plains of earth. These earth moats serve as homes for the creatures of elemental air, and many moats are covered with lush vegetation. Other creatures live on cloud banks infused with enough magic to become solid surfaces strong enough to support towers and castles. Drifting cloud banks can obscure visibility in any direction in the plane. Storms are frequent, mostly on par with a strong thunderstorm, but occasionally, more like a fierce tornado or mighty hurricane. The air is mild, except near the plane of water, where it is biting and cold, and the plane of fire, where it is searing hot. Rain and snow fall only in part of the plane nearest to the plane of water. There's also the labyrinth of winds. There's a realm called Aqua. There's the Sirocco Straits, the great conflagration. There's so much.
Okay.
Beware of the Frostfell and the Mistral Reach as well. If I was to guess where you would have to go for such a thing, I would say, well, you're going to have to cross over the Great Conflagration if you want to go to the fire, which would be more of the plane of ash, but I would say the Labyrinth of Winds. You can be ripped apart by the winds there. Even the most skilled flying creatures must navigate these currents carefully, flying with the winds, not against them. Yeah, you might be able to get to some places. There's hidden realms within the labyrinth winds. Only a particular sequence of the flowing winds will take you there. It's sort of a defense mechanism for a city deep within. So, you're going to have to go there and probably kill what they would consider their most important guardian. You will probably make enemies of these people.
Oh.
Of course, their guardian is, well, Not not exactly. Well, it's not going to be exciting. On the plane of air, it's the Elder Tempest. Sort of a storm. Manifests as like a spiraling dragon with multiple wings. Yes. Should be
Can
fun.
we fight something similar to that already?
We fought a giant wind elemental thing at the heart of the nest, but it wasn't a dragon.
It was like a thunderstorm, though.
Yeah.
Well. After that, Kraylin starts talking. Well, and then there's the plane of Earth, of course. You know, it's sort of gonna be. I think maybe I gotta look for the City of Jewels. It's gonna be inside a giant cavern. The plane of Earth is mostly a chain of mountains rising higher than any mountain you've ever seen, including Yndrussus. So I hope no one watching goes, that's not realistic. Mountain's too big. It has no sun of its own, and no air surrounds the peaks at the highest mountains, so most visitors to the plane arrive by way of caves and caverns that honeycomb the mountain. So you might drop in there. Yeah, you'd have to go to a City of Jewels. By the way, the Dower there, lots of elemental folk. They pride their wealth and are slavers, so they're not necessarily the best of people, and they all mine ore and gemstones and stuff like that. It's a good place to get a hold of that kind of stuff, too. Well, precious metals, things like that. But yeah, I'd say probably the City of Jewels is where you'd find their sort of, I guess you'd call it their, kind of their god, not really. His name's Zaratan. He's a humongous sort of like turtley guy. Kind of the size of an island.
Oh,
Yeah, a whole one. Yeah, these are all terribly dangerous, but you're gonna need to kill that one too.
is killing our only option here?
Yeah, you needed to get to the eye, right?
Yeah.
Numai speaks up. Ignir and I have done research on this. In order to reach the eye and to facilitate easier travel there, you will need stones. They are elemental stones that you will get out of them. Egnir will be able to harness them with his natural ability to focus on nature. All he has to do is make sure that he is in a situation where he has the time, about a minute, to focus on it, and it should attach to his being in some way.
Okay.
And that the heart of these beasts is that stone. No bigger than like a revival diamond, really. Well, and so that's for the plane of Earth. If you're going to the plane of fire there, you'd probably got to go to the City of Brass. That's got a lot of... It's not good either. The plane of fire itself is just... it's always sunny out there. It's got a blazing super hot sun outside. It's got a 24-hour cycle, but it basically just sort of like dips a little bit It's always bright though. But at midnight, the sky will turn deep red. So I guess you'll know. You'll have at least what do they call that? A circadian rhythm, you know? And the light's nearly blinding when it's noon, so it's probably best to travel later at night. Oh, as far as the weather itself, gonna be lots of wind, thick ash. The air's gonna be breathable, but you're gonna want to cover your mouth or something. It's always blustery and strong. You'll also probably have to deal with the extreme heat, exhaustion, stuff like that. So I'd really consider, taking a nice, cool, refreshing beverage along. But anyway, once you get to the city of Brass, there's going to be some folks there, named the Ifrit, that are going to be not very happy with you. And they're going to probably think that you're trying to take their slaves.
What did you say their name was?
The Ifrit. Yeah.
It's an I or an A?
E.
E. Oh, okay.
Why do they think we, immediately when we show up, why do they assume we'll take their slaves? I would if I had the chance, but we're kind of in a hurry, so...
Well, there you go. That's probably one of the reasons, but also they're, it's just their culture, I suppose. Lots of elementals and stuff here again, so, But this will be a more political situation, I assume. You're gonna want to make sure that you, play it kind of cool, even though it's hot. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Xena speaks up now. And the plane of water is,
You didn't say the name of if there was a
Oh,
person
yes.
or guardian for fire.
Oh, there's a guardian. Of course there is. You're going to want to kill the Phoenix.
Isn't their whole thing that they don't die?
Die? That they come back?
Oh, none of these will technically die. Sort of a temporary state of non-existence.
Fair enough.
They're sort of the manifestation of the planes themselves. It's self-perpetuating. As far as the plane of water is concerned, it's you do have a sky, a nice warm sun. It will rain quite a bit, an incredible amount. I suggest if you can get a hold of some sort of craft that can be on the water, that would be ideal. You may want to, in fact, you may want some sort of form of transportation for all of this, except for the plane of air, maybe, where you had to fly individually. But however it manifests, it is an endless sea. It's called the Sea of Worlds. It'll have atolls and islands, every once in a while, large coral reefs. But it is more savage and more dangerous than any sea that can be contained on the material plane. It is unlikely that you could escape normally without magic. Any of the issues that you might see at the sea. In fact, sometimes there's places around the world that the sea swallows people up and spits them into the plane of water. So it would not be...
I think we've kind of accidentally been there before.
Oh, well, maybe you have. Incredible leviathans, large creatures that feast upon all the life there. You could also come across many shipwrecks because of that. It is sort of a lesson of extremes. The sea isn't calm. It's battered by storms. If it is calm, then it's the calmest. On rare occasions, you might have a rogue wave sweep across the whole thing, and just destroy things. Life is absolutely flourishing, however. There's castles and fortresses and coral reefs and islands and all sorts of things. I will imagine that you, again, in more of a political situation, might want to reach the Citadel of 10,000 Pearls. That's a opulent palace made of coral and, well, pearls. There, they will... you may run across all sorts of aquatic beings. But getting what you want out of there, probably headed to the Isle of Dread. It's an island that is actually connected to the material plane, so might be a good way out. Regular storms sweep over the island. Storms wreck ships. However, at that place, within the storms, you will have to face the Leviathan, a sort of being of pure storm itself, like a hurricane that's living and wants to eat you.
Good.
Yes. So, after all that's done, you've dispatched those. Sort of looks over to Numai. Well, yes, after that, Agnir should have all the stones. And be able to, with your help, travel across plains once more. You will need spell slots for this, probably. A 7th. Agnir specifically. So if you don't, it's probably best to leave and go back. If you can. And rest up. Then you will travel to the Eye of Elemental Chaos. There is a sort of a fusion of sorts. Is there a question? No? It is a large amalgam of all the things that the elements can cause, I suppose. That's the best way to say it. This is incredibly volatile, and no one's ever killed it or tried, so we don't know what happens, but it is said that that is created by the fusion of the dancing gods. And some call it their heart. That should get you the last essence.
So we get to there and basically just take that heart. Okay.
After that, it's preparation for the end. If you do this right, 5 deaths.
So we just have to kill 4 very powerful elemental beings and go into the heart of chaos itself. and then come back out the other end.
and not die on our own side.
No biggie. We're good. We got this.
Honestly, sounds like we could be back by lunchtime.
It's like a vacation.
Yeah.
Well, it's easiest to exit through the water plane.
What would likely be the easiest to start? Earth?
Well, you have to travel in the order, roughly. It just depends on which direction you'd like to go.
I see. So, air.
Air, earth, fire, water.
What's the map called?
The map of the plains?
Planar. I think that's what I wanted. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Planar map.
excuse me. Air, water, earth, fire, and that's like the order
In a
We just-
circle, right?
in a circle.
Like,
So you could go in either direction, but you have to basically there's borders. You can just walk to them.
so we could go
If you
earth,
want
fire,
to-
air, water.
But if you want to travel along them, or you have the ability to move very quickly with plane shift, so
Yeah.
and then you can
If we
pick
wanted
any
to-
order. So it just depends on what you want to do.
If we want to try to travel, it's probably best to start in earth, go to fire, then to air, then to water.
Sure.
Yeah. We just need a heart, and then we have an extra member to fight with us.
I feel like,
Heart's not an element.
I know, but Captain Planet.
Earth would be the easiest to start, considering it doesn't
know why
seem
you said it.
immediately hostile. Like some of the other areas will be, and obviously it's caves, and we will have solid ground under our feet, so we could kind of get our bearings on elemental planes for the first time there.
Two of them
Rather than-
offer solid ground. Three of them
Well,
offer solid ground.
Rather than jumping directly into the plane of air where we're getting swept away and torn apart by the vicious winds of air, okay? I will go spelunking in a cave.
We need to figure out how to make Icilius fly.
Yeah, we also have to worry about getting some sort of transportation. Because, like, most of us could fly. Except for Icilius. Well, I guess we'll have Egnir with us, who can kind of help facilitate some of
Oh.
that.
True. Turn us into birds.
Or at least carry a person.
Wait.
So we have some flexibility there. I mean, like, he's turned us into fish before. So that's normal.
And point of note, in the days that you were gone, Egnir has reached 18th level.
Hey!
Dope.
Yeah, I think Earth will be not as immediately hostile. Plus, they said political situation. So
With the slaver Dow diamond traders.
yeah.
Yeah.
At least the Earth slavers don't seem to be so immediately assuming we're coming to take their slaves like the ones of the city of Brass. So
No, just probably their diamonds.
we'll work it out, you know?
Okay, so heading to the plane of Earth, huh?
I think that's the first stop.
Yeah.
The beginning of the end.
This is like the fucking boss rush gauntlet before.
So, anything else we need to tidy up?
No?
No, I think I'm good.
All right, before I say anything out loud, does Sarah have any ideas whatsoever on what Evelios has got going on there?
What do you mean?
On his new armor.
The new armor
Is
set.
there anything you want to have input on?
That I want to have input on?
Asymmetrical. I'm assuming it'll get drawn at one point. So,
There's
I mean,
armor on
like-
the wings now.
I'm gonna interpret it as I interpret it, I guess.
that's literally what I'm asking you to do. Like,
I can't
there
just.
anything
I
you
can't
wanna-
pull that out of my brain in the middle of nowhere. That's not how
Sure.
that works.
well, that's how it works for me. So, welcome to my world. So, functionally, and Sarah will have some time to think about this, and so will you. It can look in many ways, so it's not bound to one decision here until we say it, and then it is canon. So she managed to make more of a breastplate for you. What was your ACU for? 17, right?
18.
18? Okay, that's what it still is.
Okay.
However, with the added bonus, it is, of course, breastplate. It is a mithril set, so you get resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. Unless they are magical. You also... because of the way that she crafted it, and you said you wanted speed, you are always under the spell Expeditious Retreat. You can dash as a bonus action,
Hell yeah.
which is a lot of speed.
Yep.
And what was that last thing? I had it in my head and I didn't write it down when you started talking about what you wanted. So it is. 1 second. I will recognize it when I see it. Wait. Filters. There we go. Filters. There we go. Boop. Apply. What we got? It is... you have Hellish Rebuke.
Oh, okay.
To use as a reaction. Up to your wisdom modifier. Times per day. Here he goes. Turns out those pearls are a bit angry.
Makes sense.
And so alongside those pearls that were, I don't know, hellish by some means, they sort of just did this by themselves. And they sort of harnessed it. So... What blood imbue damage types do you have? You have Radiant and Force, right?
Well, actually, I have 5 different ones.
What do you have?
I have Storm, which is lightning, Flames, which is fire, Frozen, Oracle, which is psychic, and then I have Force.
Okay. So you've also got access to the black pearls. When you do that, you can choose necrotic now.
Okay.
But the expeditious retreat is the big thing.
Yeah, that's big. That's so much speed.
Yep.
That means I could go 220 feet if I use my action and bonus action.
So you sacrifice a little bit of resilience for fuckloads of speed and a little bit more utility. A little reaction
Yeah, that's a lot.
stuff, and so. And it looks badass.
There's a helmet,
Mm-hmm.
but it's gonna have to have a spot for me to put the crown in. So
That's fine. Sure,
because I need that. Yeah,
it can sit right on the outside in a little slot.
perfect.
A little silver against the gold. All right. So, Professor's Magnum Opus is complete. So you get all the things that you get from that, which is a lot of fucking things. And then you get Inspiration of Suffering. And do you want to call the gun anything specific, or do you want to wait for that?
Still figuring that part out.
All right. So, I think that's it. Well, if anybody else wants anything done, now is the time, as we fast forward through these last few days, coming down to the wire of about 25 days before.
Yeah.
Shit.
Only a couple months left in real life.
Yeah, probably say 5 sessions each, or
I
like
have
one
some
session
minis
each
to paint.
per plane, roughly. One session for that. It's 5 sessions. We'll call it 6.
One session for a planes feels
4 to 5 hours. Yeah. I'll say 6 just in case. Yeah, we have between probably 10 and 14 sessions.
Wow.
it's getting fucking crazy.
And if we can make it work, Randy can be here.
Shit.
I'll make it happen. April?
I'll make it, huh?
Yeah, sometime in April. After the 5th.
So, how far out do you have to be to ask for that?
Not super far out. Like 2 to 3 weeks. It's probably fine.
Okay.
We'll probably know when we're getting that close.
So yeah, in March we will.
Yeah.
We'll make a call. Okay. So, with that, 5 of you are headed out. The rest of the team is staying back to prepare and do other stuff. Do you want them to do anything while you're gone? The B team.
Not die.
Well,
Yeah, stay
not
alive.
dying. Okay. All right. So, you're all set. You're preparing. You got a bunch of new goodies, a bunch of new items. You leveled up last time. Agner leveled up this time. The 5 of you are preparing to enter the Hartnell and head towards the plane of Earth
Yep.
for a fucking mad dash to kill all of the planar titans. Okay. Pretty pumped.
I'm terrified.
I'm excited.
Well, we'll be back next Wednesday, unless there's another inauguration I don't know about.
Hope not.
Okay. Anyone planning on doing any terrorism? Oh, we're good.
Maybe a little
I
bit.
think we're okay.
Okay. All
Jake,
right.
don't you know that Q is just biding his time, okay? Donald Trump's
It's
gonna
Shadow
get-
Crest.
The
They
storm is
actually-
coming,
Yes,
okay?
yes, I saw that.
They all actually got arrested, but it was too much for the American people to accept. So they are actually pretending to serve their term.
Oh yeah,
as well.
Washington
Trump is
Washington
actually
D.C. is a
secretly-
foreign country now. That's right.
Oh, it's not the face-off thing?
The face-off thing
No,
was
it's
super
not-
troll,
The
right?
face-off thing was like they literally
That was a
swapped
joke.
faces.
That was a
but-
joke,
Yeah.
though.
This one is like legitimately. They're like, no, they were all actually arrested, but it's too much of the truth is too much for the government to handle, and the American people. It would collapse America. So instead, they're pretending to let them serve their sentences, while behind the scenes, Donald Trump and his administration is still actually in charge.
So that means anything that happens that's good,
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump did it, but they
So
don't
he just-
like anything Joe Biden does, which means Donald Trump sucks.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm fine with
I
that.
really want the face-off thing. Just Joe Biden with Trump's dump truck ass.
Dude, dummy thick. Dummy thick.
Fuck.
That's why he's got to stand like one of those birds that dips its beak into the
Like
water.
a centaur.
He's got to offset the weight of the
He
movie.
does stand like a centaur with his backwards ass
Like
knees.
a fucking
I
centaur.
don't know what's going on.
How
Anyway,
long until he flees the country to avoid his fucking
Florida
all
is a
the-
different country to him. So,
True.
we'll be back Wednesday, and we'll do some more of the good stuff. Obviously, I'll be streaming tomorrow just like normal. If you want to catch the VODs, the entire Abyss Hell saga is going to be uploaded en masse this week. I try to keep the VODs in bunches right now because we keep having like arcs that are happening, and if you don't catch it live, well, then you're going to have to fucking wait, aren't you? So,
you're just lazy and you're making an excuse.
lazy. It takes a lot of fucking work to do all the other shit. You're welcome for... how many hours of this is there? Thousands? It's nuts. So
It's so many.
2.5.
I'm absolutely I am both looking forward to and dreading a break from this DMing this.
I'm so sad. This is almost this like it's good. I'm excited for
gonna be
campaign
dope.
2, but like
Yeah.
this is gonna be
But,
so
like-
sad.
This was like 3 years of our lives, and this is how I got to know you guys.
I was like, this is how we kind of all became friends. So
This
like,
is
it's,
how we met, and like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's. But hey,
We'll have to get rad
campaign 2 is
tats.
gonna be cracked. Yeah, we
Rad
actually
tats.
we planned to get matching tattoos like a
That's-
year ago. I was like, we should do that, and
Pretty sure it
we
was
just
before
haven't.
that.
Let's do
Might
it.
have been.
Wasn't there a cake thing at one point?
We thought well before
Pie.
Randy came in, we were called pies.
Oh, pies. That's what it was.
Technically, in canon, I'm pretty sure all of our characters have a tiny
They
pie
do.
tattoo on their
Yep.
wrists.
Professor doesn't. Different body.
Oh yeah, different,
Different body.
bodies. So just me and Avelios have tiny pie tattoos on our wrists.
Yep.
Yeah. So, we'll be back. Love your faces. Have a wonderful night. Go enjoy the #1 D&D stream on the internet now. Critical Role.
But we have the #1 memes.
We do have the
Yeah, we
#1
got
memes. And Block is back. And also, it was Big Booty here today. I don't think so. But, yeah. All right. Have a wonderful night. Join the Discord for memes.